Ladies and gentlemen, it's game time. Tonight, listen as your Columbia City Eagles take to the court.
Alrighty, well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another night of Columbia City basketball. Sean Bledsoe, Sam Bechtel courtside here at Columbia City High School, bringing you this junior varsity contest. Sam, this is a game for this university team as they are still undefeated in the conference, and they're looking to keep it that way tonight. They are 11-3 entering tonight, and New Haven's always kind of been that tough, scrappy team that we've always come against, both JV and varsity, and it's definitely a game that's going to include a lot of physicality.
That's 100% true, John.
Just before we get into the game and the starting lineups and everything, congratulations to the Lady Eagles who capped off their regular season last night against the New Haven Lady Bulldogs. They beat them with a final score of 65-14. Lady Eagles are the co-champions of the Northeast 8 Conference. They finished up with a conference record of 6-1 and a final record of 19-2. Their first sectional game is next Tuesday night at Huntington North High School against the New Haven Lady Bulldogs. So we drew them for their first round. Then the winner of that game will go on to play the Homestead Lady Spartans in the second round, as the Spartans did get that first round bye. And then looking forward to the boys varsity game tonight. That will be brought to you by Andrew Thompson around 7:30. Varsity boys enter tonight's conference game at 3-1 in the NE8 standings, and tonight is a must-win, Sam, as they are getting to kind of, as we like to say, the meat of their schedule in the conference. We kind of had the, I guess you could say, the easier games. Now we get into the harder games with New Haven, Leo, and Norwell.
Yeah, and being in this broadcast, we talked about how the Eagles are going to have to show grit, because if the men's gets in the NE8, the NE8 plays tough basketball, girls and guys, but this guys field, every team in the NE8 can knock each other off on any given night.
Yeah, pretty much. It is a conference full of competitive teams that are definitely not afraid to play a physical basketball game, that is for sure. Coach Matthew Schaus in his second season here with the Eagles, and already a better start than last season, and he is definitely happy about it. Team has about another month of regular season play until we get into the sectional drawing and then sectional play. I believe sectional play is going to be at Huntington North as well this season.
I think so.
So it'll be interesting to see what our draw looks like, especially with Homestead being one of the top teams in the state in our sectional. As we lost to them a couple weeks ago, but if we do get them in the sectional drawing, it's definitely going to be one where these guys are going to be able to learn from that experience against Homestead and be able to have a better game, most certainly. And I definitely think that they're hungry if they do come against Homestead, Sam.
Yeah, I think they're hungry, and talking to some of the JV guys, including Brady Hartman, who played varsity against their game against Lakeland. He said that Coach Schaus told them that's a game that they can win 2 in 10 times. So when can they pull out one of those two?
Yep. Speaking of that game against Lakeland, and the overall record, the varsity team sits at 11-4 after a commanding win at Lakeland on Tuesday night, where Mason Baker had well over 20 points, and he was on fire from beyond the arc. And we'll look to see if he can continue that later tonight during that varsity game. And I believe that is the best game that Baker has had. Don't get me wrong, Baker has had really good games this entire year, but Lakeland on Tuesday night he was on another level, that's for sure. But another key announcement here for tonight for the boys varsity team: Elias Spellman is back in the lineup for the varsity team, so that's something that this team has missed, is one of their bigs, and definitely Coach Schaus and the rest of the guys are happy to have him back on the bench, back on the hardwood, as your junior varsity Eagles take the floor for the final 3 minutes of warm-ups. But Sam, obviously with Spellman not being active for the past 2 weeks, how do you think Coach Schaus is going to incorporate him in this, in both the offensive play and in the defensive play?
I don't think he's going to have the workload that he had at the front end of this season, but I think he'll start to implement him in the offense. So I think he'll start, because he brings a certain type of height to the offense that it's hard to have Jackson Crawford shoulder all that weight.
Yeah, exactly. We saw that against Homestead with them having 2 bigs and not having kind of another big to match up with him. But then just for other teams in the future, for when they do have a couple of other guys that are 6'4" or above, it's definitely going to be nice to have the 2 bigs down there.
Yeah. And you talk about NE8 matchups, and I think that's going to be a huge challenge for this JV contest right here, because you see that New Haven can tear down any of these NE8 opponents. You look on the wall, you see Belmont, DeKalb, East Noble, Huntington North, Norwell, Leo, and ourselves as the Columbia City Eagles. And this is going to be a really challenging game for the Eagles. They're going to play in both sides of the ball, offense and defense. And they're going to have to limit a few of those turnovers that the guards should, especially those were highlighted at the DeKalb game, and they let them back in it.
Yes, sir, as we approach the final 2 minutes of warm-ups here at Columbia City High School. Huge thank you to Courtney back at the station for getting us on the air. And again, another NE8 game for these junior varsity Eagles, as they do remain undefeated and looking to keep it that way tonight. And I mean, like you said, from that DeKalb game, I mean, just late game in the fourth quarter, too many turnovers, and that's definitely something that Coach Feldman probably highlighted in practice within the past week, is just making sure that that you take care of the ball late game, especially when you have as big of a lead as they did in that DeKalb game. As both teams head to their benches, your Eagles dressed in the all-white uniforms with gold numbers and red trim or maroon trim, and then you get to see the New Haven jerseys. Let's see, they're all purple. You got the gold numbering and the white trim on those. So we're approaching the final minute here, but Sam, I mean, obviously tonight's game is huge, especially for the junior varsity team, because I mean, they obviously don't play in a sectional. Like they have to set their individual goals for the season without having a postseason. And I think for Coach Philman, obviously winning a conference title is one of them. And obviously, like I said earlier in the broadcast, just with these kind of finishing stretch of games with New Haven, with Leo, and with Norwell, arguably your toughest three opponents in the conference. It has to get done tonight, and I think these guys know it as well.
Yeah, this is one of the only trophies that you can hoist above your heads. The JV squad is the conference title in anything, and that's something that a lot of fall sports are able to do. And this is hopefully going to, for Mr. Leach, continue this strong winter that the Eagles have had. The JV guys can hoist that NE8 trophy. As I think the girls JV team, I think there's
yep. As the buzzer is sounded here, Mike Hoppy is on the microphone, and we've got some starting lineups for you. First for the Eagles, we've got Brady Hartman, number 30, number 24, Kobe Crawford, number 22, Cam Hogue, number 3, Stratton Fuller, number 14, Aiden Denning.
It's good to see Kobe Crawford back in the lineup.
Your starters for the New Haven Bulldogs. Let's see. Number 2, Matthias Garcia, a 5'10" junior. Number 4, Trey Bates, a 5'9" sophomore. Number 10, Rodney Jones, a 5'9" sophomore. Number 12, Malik Farrow, a 6' sophomore. Number 32, Darian Woods, a 6'1" junior. Number 30, Brady Hartman. As Captain Klimek is in the building, he's on the floor and he's in the stripes tonight.
They'll definitely be outpacing some guys on fast breaks.
That's very true. Marty Klimek is still a stud on the floor. As we'll have tip-off here coming soon. Coach Philman talking to his guys in the huddle. And I would assume that we would see Cam Hogue jump here, Sam.
The lights just dimmed in the gym a little bit there.
Yeah. But yes, it will be Cam Hogue to jump for the Eagles, and it'll be number 12, Malik Farrow, to jump for the Bulldogs. And the ball's at center court. And the ball's up, and it's tapped into the front court for the Eagles. Stratton Fuller quickly into the paint, spin move, but he lost a handle. Goes straight into New Haven's possession. It's Jones on the other end for 3. Off the mark, no good. Rebound to Fuller there for the Eagles. Throws it up to Crawford. Crawford down the left side to the blocks off the glass, and that rattles around, doesn't go in. Rebound to Woods for the Bulldogs, and he'll hand it over to Jones.
Eagles just have to slow it down and just maintain possession of the ball and create their own tempo.
Jones to the left side to Garcia. Garcia goes baseline down the blocks. Picks up his dribble, throws a cross-court pass into the right corner to Bates. Bates will load up a mid-range jumper off the mark, no good. Rebound to Denning. Denning's going to push it up. No, that's stolen by Garcia. Garcia wrestling for it with Denning, and then Denning gets possession and throws over to Fuller. Fuller into the front court now, being trapped, throws it down to the right wing to Denning. Denning cross-court pass into the left corner. Hartman for three. Back iron, no good. Rebound to Denning on the right elbow. Spin move in the paint, turnaround jumper. That one rattles in.
First points of the night, and that was quite the long first minute as the ball was just back and forth to each team shot.
Eagles applying a 1-2-2 full court press here as the Bulldogs do get it across down to the right wing. It is Garcia. Garcia down low to Farrow. Puts up a shot that doesn't go in into Hartman's hands with 5:36 left in the first quarter. Left corner now, Eagles. Hogue for a three. Rattles around, doesn't go in. Crawford the rebound and the putback.
Normally I'd critique that because he brought the ball down as a big, but he has so much height over everybody else on this Bulldogs lineup that it just doesn't matter.
Garcia being pressured in the backcourt by Fuller. They quickly get it across the timeline, and there's a foul on the play there. It's going to be on Aiden Denning, his first, team's first, as Columbia City leads 4-0.
I mean, already there's not even 2 minutes off the clock, and the Eagles already have 2 turnovers, both by the guards. So the guards are really going to have to clean this one up.
So it'll be New Haven to inbound the ball on the left sideline here. Woods to throw it in for the Bulldogs, and he'll get it into the backcourt to Jones. Jones across the timeline now, across the Columbia City logo. Dribbles out to his right side. Throws it down to the right wing to Bates. Bates rotates around top of the key to Garcia. Garcia, deep three. That's an air ball. Rebound to Hogue. He'll throw it up to Fuller. Fuller with 5 minutes left across the timeline. Throws it out top of the key to Hogue. Hogue down to the free throw line into the right corner to Denning for a three. Short arm that one. Rebound to Hartman, and Hartman's fouled.
And the Bulldogs made sure they got all that foul worth it because Darian Woods definitely hurt some skin on that one there.
So Hartman at the free throw line, first trip to a free throw line tonight. Sets, fires, and he makes it. Columbia City has a 5-point lead as Corin Harris checks into the game for Darian Woods for the Bulldogs. Hartman's second free throw. Sets, fires, and he makes that one. Columbia City leading 6-0 here early in the first quarter in this JV contest. And it'll be a timeout for the Bulldogs there as they'll like to talk things over. And I don't think we have the underwriter sheet. I can check it real quick. But Sam, I mean, obviously a very quick start here for the Eagles offensively. They've done it in the paint. And, I mean, obviously we've had our chances at a three-pointer. Those will, obviously, we want those to go down later in the game. But, I mean, they've been getting it done inside.
Yeah, and you go to the other side of the ledger and you look at the New Haven Bulldogs and what they've done on offense, and they are really struggling with this man-to-man that the Eagles are playing because the Eagles know how to switch off of these screens that New Haven is really relying on to get open shots.
So I finally found the underwriters to hand those to you. As teams break huddle here with 4:50 left in the first quarter. Bulldogs in the backcourt. It'll be Bates to inbound it. And he easily gets it in to Jones. And it looks like they're just going to pass their way through this full court press as they get it across the timeline. That's Jones, but he loses the handle. It goes into Hogue's hands. Hogue all the way down to the block, puts up a shot, doesn't go in. He gets the rebound. He'll kick it out top of the key to Denning. Denning penetrates down to the free throw line, elevates, fires, no good. Rebound to Bates. Bates will throw it over to Jones, and he'll bring it up the floor for the Bulldogs once again.
I like the man-to-man the Eagles are playing because it's worked so far as New Haven is a goose egg.
Jones into the left corner to Garcia. Jab steps, gets down to the blocks, elevates, fires, doesn't go in. Rebound to Denning for the Eagles, and he'll throw it over to Crawford, back over to Denning. Denning's got a man chasing him behind him, and as he picks up his dribble, throws it over to the left side to Hartman into the left corner. Down low to the blocks now to Crawford. Crawford spin move in the paint, short arm that one. Rebound to Harris. Harris going to throw up the floor to Garcia. Garcia up the left sideline now for the Bulldogs.
That was great defense there by Harris. He had amazing positioning.
Garcia down in the paint, puts up a circus shot, doesn't go in, but there's a foul on the play. And it's going to be on Stratton Fuller, his first, team second. And Garcia will head to the free throw line.
He's had a couple of air balls on his box score so far, but hopefully he can get the Bulldogs on the board.
Garcia's first free throw, that one rattles in. Gives New Haven its first point of the game. as Dial's going to check into the game for Farrow for the Bulldogs. Garcia's second free throw, he sets, fires, and he makes that one. Columbia City now leading 6-2. With 3:43 left in the first quarter, Fuller pushes up the floor, quickly down low to the blocks to Crawford, top the key now Hogue. Hogue penetrates right down central, throws it into the right corner to Fuller. Fuller penetrates, mid-range jumper, no good. Rebound to the Bulldogs, that is Jones. Jones up the right sideline now, gets a screen from his big man down to the right wing, throws it into the right corner. They feed it down low to Harris. Harris backing in into the paint, throws it out top the key for Jones for a three, and he makes it.
Double team in the post, leaves somebody open, and that man was unfortunately at the top of the key.
3:07 left in the first, Columbia City leading 6-5. Hartman on the left wing for the Eagles. Cross-court pass over to Denning on the right side. Denning being heavily pressured by Bates, throws it into the right corner to Hogue. Back out top the key, Crawford. Left corner now Hartman. He drives baseline down to the blocks. That ball stripped away from him. Goes into New Haven's possession. As they push up the floor, that's Jones, and then he'll back it out to Garcia, let the dust settle.
Can definitely tell he wants a screen away to break this man.
Garcia down the top of the key, down to the right elbow, flips it over to his right side to Jones. Jones back over to Garcia on the right wing. Feeds it down low to the big man Dial. Then back out to Garcia in the right corner. Garcia back down low to Dial. Dial backing in, turn around, doesn't go in. And ball goes into Hartman's hands for the Eagles, and he'll push up the floor to Fuller. Fuller down the left sideline now into the left corner. So he's being heavily pressured, throws a cross-court pass to Denning. Denning penetrates, kicks it out to Hogue in the right corner for a three. Back iron, no good. Rebound to Denning, though, as he's all alone in the paint. And he'll back it out to Hogue. Hartman now top the key, back over to Hogue. Hogue right down into the paint, throws it up, doesn't go in. Rebound to Garcia. Garcia pushing up the floor now down the right elbow, all the way down to the box. Reverse layup, and that one goes in, and a foul.
Great touch there on the roll as the Bulldogs now have to lead.
So it'll be Garcia for the old-fashioned three-point play. As, see, that's Ash and Crossan checking into the game for the Eagles.
That was a great defensive stand there, though, by the Bulldogs.
As Captain Climate's talking a couple things over at the scores table here. And Bulldogs are going to make another substitution. It's going to be Kunberger checking into the game for Bates. So Garcia at the free throw line for the old-fashioned three-point play. He sets, fires, and he makes that one. New Haven has a 8-6 lead here against Columbia City with 1:42 left in this first quarter of this JV game. Left corner now, Ash for the Eagles. Goes over to Fuller, high left, back over to Ash, down low to Hartman. Hartman shoves his man off the play, and it's going to be deflected off of New Haven, still Columbia City ball.
Eagles have a chance to run a really high-quality inbound play here and get points on the board.
So Fuller to inbound it just on the left portion of the basket, gets it into the left wing to Hartman. Back over to Fuller in the left corner. They feed it down low to Crossan. They back it out top of the key to Denning. Denning right side now being double teamed, and he's fouled. And it's going to be on Garcia. So it'll be Denning to inbound it for the Eagles as New Haven has their second team foul. The 1:21 left. Columbia City trailing by 2. Free throw line, Hartman, and he makes that.
Great mid-range jumper there by Brady Hartman as New Haven just seemed to lose him.
So Bulldogs in the backcourt, it's Garcia, goes up the right sideline. And the ball gets knocked away from him, but he regains possession, goes down in the paint and scores. Easy layup there.
One of the most fortunate loss of possessions right there that the Bulldogs could have landed upon.
So Fuller into the front court, kicks it into the right corner. Ash for a three. Back iron, no good. Tip back out to Ash, top the key now Denning. Feed it down low to Fuller off the blocks. That one doesn't go in. Rebound to the Bulldogs there, and that's Harris. He'll throw it up to Garcia. Garcia across the half-court stripe, down to the left wing to Harris. And then they'll back it out high left to Jones.
Harris on the defensive side of the ball has gotten so many rebounds, and he's super scrappy in the paint.
Jones high left with 25 seconds left, kicks it into the left corner to Kunberger. Back out top the key to Garcia. Garcia wanting a screen, and he's going to get it from Harris. And now they're going to call it off. They throw it into the right corner to Kunberger. Back out top the key to Garcia. Garcia, 10 seconds left, standing on the Columbia City logo, throws it over right side, and it's going to be a foul on the play here, and it's going to be on the Bulldogs.
Illegal screen.
Dial.
You know, when you have your, sorry, Sean, when you have your full offense built around screens and you get called that moving screen, that's and the Eagles can switch off. That's a potent thing that you guys have to get rid of.
So 3 seconds left. Denning, high right, gets down in the right wing, heaves up a three. That one doesn't go in. Into first quarter action here at Columbia City High School in this JV game. New Haven leading over Columbia City 10-8, and Sam has some underwriters for you.
CCHS recognizes and gives a thank you to Western Garage for helping to print 400 shirts for the student section for home football games. Western Garage is on the scoreboard tonight helping us with school spirit. You can visit them on the north side of Columbia City at North 250 West Road. And WJHS play-by-play is brought to you in part by ProFed Credit Union, specializing in savings for mortgages, car loans, projects, and business banking too. ProFed Credit Union, 37,000 plus ATMs and 12 northern Indiana locations in Columbia City, right next to Walgreens at profedcu.org.
Sean Bledsoe, Sam Bechtel courtside here at Columbia City High School, bringing you junior varsity action. Andrew Thompson, Matt Curry will be on the air later for that varsity game. But Sam, Columbia City had a hot start to this one as they jumped out to a 6-0 lead early, and then New Haven just clawed their way back into it, and now they have a 10-8 lead heading into the second quarter.
Yeah, and I blame that on a few things. One, it was slow. Once you give up a lead, you have so much time left in the first quarter, but not overall. But you have to keep a positive attitude. You can't be that mental midget. And I think that you only put up 2 points after that 6-0 lead, and then you let New Haven in the game. They're sloppy on offense, and you see that with 3 turnovers in the first quarter, and all those I think can be put on the guard play.
As we have second quarter action about to get underway here. As New Haven will have the ball, it'll be Kunberger to inbound it. But we're having some issues here at the scorers table. And it looks like they're going to talk a couple things over here. I think they're talking about substitutions here. And, well, got it resolved, I guess. So Kunberger to inbound, and he gets it into the backcourt to Jones. Jones over to Garcia, left side. That is now Harris, left wing for a mid-range jumper. That's no good. Eagles get the rebound. They push it up the floor, and nearly a stolen pass there by the Bulldogs. Hartman now, left corner, tries to go baseline. He does, down to the blocks, across the paint, puts up a shot. That doesn't go in. Rebound of the Bulldogs, and there's going to be a foul on the play. And it's going to be on the Eagles, on Sam Ash. So Cam Hogue checks back into the game for Aiden Denning.
We talk about the scrappiness of an NEA matchup, but I don't think the Eagles JV squad has faced a team as scrappy as the New Haven Bulldogs.
So Garcia inbounds it into the backcourt to Jones. Back to Garcia up the right side. They throw it up to Kunberger on the right wing in the front court. And then that pass gets knocked away by Fuller. It's going to be off of Garcia.
New Haven fans aren't very happy about that, but
yeah, but you got the Columbia City fans cheering for Marty Klimek there. So 6:25 left in the second. Eagles into the front court, crossing off the blocks. That doesn't go in. Ball gets battered around, goes into Bulldog possession. It's going to be Harris, and he'll throw it over to Jones. And Jones across the half-court stripe yet again, goes to the right side, goes down to his left now. Left wing Harris, cross-court pass over to the right wing to Kunberger. He'll load up a three. Back iron, no good. Rebound to Harris as he jumped through the roof for that one. Turn around, throws it down to the right block to Dial, and then they back it out high left to Jones.
The time of possession here for the New Haven Bulldogs has been completely one-sided.
Jones high left with 5:48 left in the second as the Bulldogs lead 10-8 over the Eagles. Throws it down right wing to Garcia. Garcia jab steps and puts up a three. That doesn't go in. Rebound across, and he throws it up to Hogue. Hogue going right down the floor to the blocks, and he slips.
That's a footwear malfunction.
That wasn't even a third step. That was just perspiration on the floor, and his foot slid at least a solid foot and a half.
And that was quite the squeak, too, from the old hardwood.
So turnover Eagles. Bulldog ball. Garcia gets it in to Jones, and then Jones back to Garcia, as they're just breaking this full court press by the Eagles relatively easily. Jones now high left in the front court for the Bulldogs with 5:22 left in the second. They lead by 2. He gets down to the left elbow with Ash guarding him, throws it over left wing to Kumberger for a 3. That doesn't go in. Rebound to Fuller. Fuller looking up the floor. He throws it down low to the blocks to Ash, and he couldn't quite get a handle on that one.
That was a great over-the-shoulder pass. So this was high school or college football, and he can get 1 foot in because he did. But that wingspan was a few inches short.
So Caden Kaufman into the game for the Eagles, as Stratton Fuller will make his first exit of the game with 5:08 left in the second. Bulldogs have the ball in the backcourt. It's Garcia up the middle now, across the Columbia City logo, down to the right elbow, kicks it into the left corner to Jones. Jones pump fakes, and then he'll back it out to the top of the key to Garcia. Garcia around the top to the right side. He's going to call it this play. Throws it down low to the big man to Harris. Harris spin move in the paint, off the blocks, doesn't go in. Rebound to Hogue, up to Kaufman, and then Kaufman throws an errant pass straight into Bulldog possession. Quickly into the front court, Harrison, an easy layup.
I love the intensity, though, by Cam Hogue. He's always getting back, even if it looks bleak for the Eagles.
So Kaufman over to Ash in the left corner now. And then Ash tries to feed it down low, and that's knocked away by the Bulldogs, but it'll still be Eagle ball.
The Eagles just have to recalibrate here, Sean. I mean, you haven't scored so far in the second quarter. You just have to take a breath, understand where you are, and get a bucket because you get the inbound here.
As Kobe Crawford checks into the game for Sam Ash. And Woods checks into the game for the rebounding machine that has been Corin Harris for the Bulldogs. Eagles in the left corner. It is Kaufman, and he'll back it out high left to Hartman. Hartman being double teamed, throws it into the right corner to Hogue. Down to the baseline to Bile, back out top the key, now right side Hogue. Hogue back down to the baseline to Bile, and he tries to throw a pass. That's deflected out of bounds. Still Eagle ball.
This has been another great defensive stand, though, by the Bulldogs, and we've seen a few of these tonight.
So Kaufman inbound it for the Eagles yet again. He throws it out top of the key to Hartman, into the left corner, Hogue now, and then they'll back it out high left again to Hartman. Back down in the left corner, Hogue for a 3. Bingo!
It's him off the schneid, as D-Bird would say.
So Columbia City trailing 11-12 now with 3:48 left in the second. Garcia trying to get across the midcourt stripe. He does. He throws it into the right corner, and then they'll back it out high right to Jones. Jones going to let this play set up. Dribbling up the right side, throws it down low to Garcia. Garcia spin move into the paint. Turnaround jumper doesn't go in, but there's a foul on the play.
It's going to be on, I think it's going to be on Cam Hogue.
No, it's going to be on Kaufman. So team's 5th for the Eagles, and Garcia is at the free throw line yet again. See, he sets, fires, and he makes the first one. Gives New Haven a 2-point lead, and Bates is going to check back into the game for the Bulldogs for Jones. So Garcia to increase the Bulldog lead. Back iron, no good. Crawford gets the rebound. He'll throw it up to Hartman. Hartman up the left side now to Bile. Bile back over. Throws it to the right side to Hogue. They throw it down low. Back to Crawford. Left corner now, Hartman. Down low, they try to feed it to Bile. That's picked off. Garcia up the other end of the floor. Euro step in the paint. Short arm that. They try to get it poked back. That doesn't go in. Rebound to Crawford. And Crawford's going to be fouled. And I think it's going to be on Farrow.
It's a great Euro step, though, by Matthias Garcia to just shake the defense inside the paint.
So 3:08 left in the second. Columbia City trailing 11-13 in this junior varsity game. Kaufman up the floor for the Eagles across the timeline. Throws it into the right corner to Hogue. Hogue cross-court pass over to Hartman, left wing. Hartman down low to the free throw line to Bile. That's picked off again. Bulldogs into the paint. That shot's blocked by Hartman with authority.
Yeah, he wanted to get back because he saw that one coming from a mile away, because when the Bulldogs retained possession of that, he was making his way.
So Fuller checks back into the game for Hartman. And looks like Jones is back into the game for Kumberger. So it'll be Farrell to inbound. He gets it into the right corner to Garcia. Garcia tries to feed it down low. That's knocked away by Bile. But Garcia gets the ball again. He'll load up a three. That one rattles around, doesn't go in. That one was halfway down.
Oh, yeah, that was.
Fuller gets the rebound. He's pushing up the left side of the floor. Throws it into the left corner to Hogue. Hogue down low to Bile. Bile tries to feed it to Crawford, but that ball is knocked away. Every single time that they have thrown it down to Bile, it has been deflected. They have been guarding him really tightly.
To the entirety of this New Haven offense, even on all these inbounds. I don't think the Eagles have walked away with points.
So Fuller to throw it in. He gets it in down low to Hogue. Hogue bobbles it, though, and he'll back it out high right to Kaufman. Into the left corner now, Fuller. Fuller, a quick three. Bang, there it is.
Miscommunication there by the Bulldogs, and the Eagles are back to having a lead.
As I believe Fuller's hit a three-pointer in 3 straight games now. That's not something that we're used to seeing. So 2:16 left in the second. Columbia City up by 1, 14-13. Garcia high right for the Bulldogs. Just burning some clock here as he lets this play develop. He throws it into the right corner to Jones. Jones back over to Garcia. They feed it down low to Farrow. Farrow off the blocks, and he makes it.
Great way to get your defender off of his feet, the pump fake.
So Fuller up the left side, down low to the free throw line in the paint. It's Crawford. Turnaround doesn't go in. And Bulldogs get the rebound. They flip it over to Jones. So 1:39 left in the second. New Haven leading by 1. Up the left side it is Jones, and he'll back it out center court to Woods. Woods a deep three, back iron no good. Rebound to Fuller there. Fuller's going to push it up the floor across the half-court stripe down to the top of the key through the free throw line. Throws it into the left corner to Crawford. Back over to Fuller. And what are we going to have here? We're going to have a Columbia City foul, and that's going to be on Crawford. As the natives got a bit restless, they wanted a foul there on Fuller's shot.
We haven't seen this explosive Eagles offense that we know we've seen from beyond the arc yet, besides Fuller's and Hogue's.
Couple three-pointers, yeah, you're not wrong. As Denning checks back into the game for Kaufman. So Bulldogs have the ball. Harris throws it into Jones in the backcourt. Jones across the timeline, down to the right elbow, all the way down to the block. Sputs up an errant shot. Rebound to Bile. They throw it up to Fuller. Fuller's got numbers, 3-on-1. Down to the left block, puts it up off the glass, doesn't go in. Crawford the rebound and the putback. He gets it. Columbia City up by 1.
Going back to the trap here.
So Garcia's being pestered in the backcourt, but he finally gets it across the timeline, flips it over to Woods, high left into the left corner. Now it's Bates. Bates back it over top the key to Garcia. 42 seconds left. And it looks like New Haven's going to potentially hold for 1 here, as Garcia's just dribbling around high right. Hogue's not applying much pressure here. 30 seconds left.
This has been something that's been the big title of this game, is how just on the time of possession on that box score. I'm excited to see the stats on that, because I think the Bulldogs have just run away with this.
So Garcia dribbling around high right, gets a screen from Woods, rotates to his left side, down to the left elbow, kicks it over into the left wing to Harris. Harris back over to Garcia, top of the key now. That is Woods from the parking lot. That doesn't go in. Rebound to Crawford, and that is the end of the first half here at Columbia City High School. Halftime score of this university game, Columbia City leading 16-15 as teams will head to the locker room.
Tonight's game fee is brought to you by Morse's Builders Mart, located at 516 East Van Buren Street, Columbia City, with locations in Huntington, Wabash, Warsaw, and Goshen. Online at morsesbuildermart.com, serving northeastern Indiana since 1871. And this broadcast is brought to you by Bart's Car Store, selection of cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs. Bart's Car Store offers test drives, cash for trade-ins, and financing options. Bart's Car Store, serving Columbia City, Whitley County, and Fort Wayne.
Into first half action here at Columbia City High School. For this junior varsity game, Columbia City on top 16-15. Sean Bledsoe, Sam Bechtold courtside here. And Sam, that first half, we saw the Eagles get off to a very hot start, leading 6-0, and then New Haven just kind of clawed their way back into it. They had a 10-8 lead after the first quarter, and then throughout the second quarter, lead exchanged quite a number of times, but at the end of the first half here, Columbia City has a 1-point lead, and from what you could see in that first half, what do you think the Eagles need to do to kind of clean things up and have a better, more productive, and eventually a much better second half.
We talked about this partially going into the second quarter during that break, but they just have to clean up these turnovers, and they have to score and score fast, because we know they can, and we know they just have to get the open shot beyond the arc. And we've seen a pretty cold night so far from a Hartman and from a Denning, and we've seen that has to be shouldered by Fuller and Hogan. That offense is not built for that, as they are only up by 1 against a team they could easily be beating by more. And you go to the other side of the ledger, though, and you see how New Haven is playing amazing defense and then milking the clock on offense. And that's how I think they're going to try to stay in this game. Is I can't tell you how many times, the Eagles had the ball under their own basket trying to create an inbound play, and just nothing was going. I don't think the Eagles walked away with points off an inbound play.
Yeah, I think you kind of realized that New Haven kind of figured out that shooting percentages right now aren't too hot for them, and they're just gonna kind of burn some clock and look for that one really open shot. And then defensively, I mean, all you could see is who was it? That's Corin Harris, who's had a number of rebounds for the Bulldogs down low, and that's really has kind of been the story here for the first half, is how many rebounds the Bulldogs have had. They have just out-rebounded us, and they have definitely had more points off those rebounds than we have, especially off the defensive ones. And that's definitely something that the Eagles need to change heading into the second half. They need to box out, and they need to be able to get those boards and have, if they do miss that offensive shot, have another shot at getting some points. And then on the defensive end of things, I mean, they just need, again, they need to box out, and they need to kind of run a fast break and get some movement on the offensive floor, or on the offensive end of the floor.
Yeah.
But talk about some Columbia City news real quick. Don't forget that the varsity game will be brought to you by Andrew Thompson and Matt Curry around 7:30 later tonight. Varsity boys enter tonight's conference game in the conference standings at 3-1. Tonight is a must-win for them, as they do have Leo and Norwell, arguably the two toughest opponents in the Northeast 8 for these Columbia City Eagles. And definitely tonight, I feel like this JV game is just kind of a pure resemblance of what we're going to see in the varsity game. Just some physicality, some good rebounding down low by both teams. And I mean, New Haven, we've kind of had our fights with over the past couple of years in terms of just having a very physical football game. During my freshman and sophomore year, it just kind of seemed like you had a football team out there almost in a way with how physical they were down low. But yes, tonight is a must-win for these Eagles, and they've definitely been getting the offensive lid kind of off that basket. They've been able to put up a lot more points here recently, and shooting percentages. Obviously, Mason Baker on Tuesday night having a big game against Lakeland, and then another key point of news here is Elias Spellman's back in the lineup tonight, so it'll be interesting to see how Coach Schaus incorporates him in that offense. And I know we were talking about it pregame, Sam, but how do you think Coach Schaus is going to implement him later tonight?
Well, it's hard to say, because you never know how somebody's going to come off after, being that cold and not having that experience that you would, shouldering a full workload for your basketball team. But I think he's going to get a decent amount of minutes, and I think it's going to start, by the time we hit February and we get into late February and early March, when sectional time really starts to kick into high gear. We're going to see an Eagles lineup, hopefully, if they can stay healthy, back to where they aspired to be at the beginning of the season.
So, yes, be sure to tune back in around 7:30 for that varsity contest. On the Lady Eagles side of things for basketball, congratulations to them. They capped off their regular season last night. They beat the New Haven Lady Bulldogs 65-14. They are the co-champions of the Northeast 8 Conference. Their final record was 19-2, two losses being to Huntington North and to Northrop. Their first sectional game is next Tuesday night at Huntington North High School against the New Haven Lady Bulldogs. I believe that's a 6 o'clock tip-off. If the Lady Eagles do win, they move on to play Homestead. Homestead being one of the, I believe, top 5 teams in the state in 4A. And then if you look at the bottom half of the bracket, Huntington North plays Fort Wayne Southside. Then the winner of that game will go on to play Fort Wayne. But Sam, I mean, these Lady Eagles coming off of a dominant performance against those Lady Bulldogs, and they played the Bulldogs yet again next Tuesday night. And I mean, you don't want to say obviously us as broadcasters, we don't want to have the broadcaster streaks, but with how commanding that win was against the Bulldogs last night, you just kind of assume that they're going to do the same thing on Tuesday night.
And I think that's what they've fallen victim to, because I think, if I saw the statistic right, that the Lady Eagles have never beaten New Haven in sectional play.
Really?
I think they're 0-17, I think, against New Haven.
That is an interesting statistic for sure. But yes, for Columbia City fans, if you're wanting to go to that sectional game, I believe tonight, if you are planning on coming to the varsity game, tickets are on sale at the door. I'm not sure about any of the other ways to purchase tickets for the sectional game. I'm not 100% sure. Wrestling news for Columbia City. They had sectionals today. They finished second in the team standings, and then the top 4 teams advanced. As far as individuals, Kraus in his weight class, he finished second. Jaden English finishing second. Sanderson third. Akers third. Jarrett English fifth. Alan Maggard third. Reed third. Gorey with the win in his weight class. He is the sectional champion. Hodges, he finished fourth. Park fourth. Geiger fourth. And then Ian Clifford, one of the seniors for that Columbia City wrestling team, he gets the win in his weight class. He is the sectional champion for this 2021-2022 wrestling season. So congrats to our wrestling team as they move on to regionals. And it's going to be an interesting regional. I know I was talking to one of the coaches, Coach Strauss, a week ago, and so he's like, yeah, sectional, obviously, like, these guys are hyped for it, and they're going to bring a lot of energy to it, and you expect them to kind of get out of sectional, but then regional is just where they're going to have to step up their game and make sure that that as far as a team moving on, you've got to be able to have those guys step up their game and be able to have a couple good matches go their way, and then finish well and be able to move on to semi-state, as that's something that's kind of interesting, because it differs between the sports. Like, sometimes it's sectional, regional, state, as we see in golf, but then in some of the other sports you have sectional, regional, semi-state, and then state. So they have another level to go through to get to that state finals. But then, as far as Columbia City athletes signing on to play college sports at the next level, we had 3 this past week. Abby Pickanu from the Lady Eagles golf team, she signed to play at St. Francis. Courtney Tobin from the Lady Eagles soccer team, she signed to play at St. Francis as well. And then Sam Glad for Columbia City baseball, he signed to play at Taylor University. So congrats to all 3 of those athletes. And, that's just something where it doesn't really matter what level you go to play at, Sam. I mean, college sports is college sports, and the statistic is anywhere from 5 to 8% of all high school athletes moving on to the next level.
Yeah, even play like NAIA through Division I.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a rare bunch.
Yeah, so we have a number of Columbia City athletes. A couple weeks ago, I know we had Jack Mills and Seth Mills signed to run at PFW, as there is kind of a Mills dynasty over there.
The Columbia City dynasty at PFW.
True, yes. They have a lot of Columbia City alumni going there next year, as you have both the twins. You have Nathan, Nick, and then you have Jack, and then now you have Seth. So definitely kind of a Columbia City dynasty over there for PFW.
And I think you have
cross
Austin
country.
Hall, too, I think.
Yeah, you got Austin Hall as well. So congrats to all those Columbia City runners, as we had a very dominant cross-country program over the past 5 to 10 years.
There's going to be a lot of turnover, though, this next season.
Yep, but we did have a lot of seniors. I'm not sure on the total number that we had, but still, congratulations to those Columbia City athletes moving on to the next level for college sports. But we have second half action here at Columbia City High School in this University game. Just a reminder, varsity game coming on around 7:30. I'll be Andrew Thompson and Matt Curry. But as of right now in this University game, Columbia City leads 16-15. And the Eagles will look to potentially extend their lead into the fourth quarter and potentially all the way to the end of the game, as they hope to stay undefeated in the NE8 conference.
Gotta love Mr. Stanzak, a teacher sitting in the student section still. He's still enjoying his time.
He's all part of the hype, as the birdcage did get a new sign up to our left, and it does look sweet for sure. So Fuller with the ball in the front court for the Eagles, throws it into the left corner to Crawford. Now down to the free throw line. It is Hogue. He flips it over to the right wing to Fuller. Cross-court pass into the left corner to Hartman. He fakes going baseline, feeds it down low to Crawford with a pump fake and off the glass and scores.
Already scoring fast. Roughly took off 15 seconds to the clock. That's what the Eagles are going to have to do if they want to pull away here.
So Eagles still applying that 1-2-2 full court press as the Bulldogs break it relatively quickly. Top the key, it's Harris. Harris down into the paint. That shot is blocked by Crawford. Goes into Hartman's possession. Hartman going coast to coast off the glass and an easy lay-in.
They call the jelly roll right there, able to get the friendly roll and swished the layup.
So Bulldogs into the front court. It is Harris off the blocks. That shot again is blocked by Crawford. Back-to-back blocks for Crawford as Hartman throws it up the floor. That pass is picked off by Bates. Bates into the paint, throws it over. That goes straight into Fuller's hands, actually.
I think Columbia City Eagles here are going to take a playbook out of the Bulldogs and milk some clock here.
So Hartman, high right, there's a down low to the free throw line of Hogue. He kicks it into the left corner to Crawford. He loses the handle, throws it over to Fuller, wide open in the paint, and an easy two there for the Eagles.
He just blew right by Farrell.
So Eagles again with a strong start as they lead 22-15 with 5:37 left in the third. And the Bulldogs are going to call a timeout here.
You just got to stop that.
You got to stop the bleeding, yeah.
That quick 6-0 run and still haven't put anything on the board.
But yes, Columbia City out to a hot start yet again to start off this second half.
Tonight's microphones are from the support of Flowtech Heating and Plumbing, serving locally for 29 years. More information available at flowtechpnh.com. And tonight's game is also brought to you by the attorneys at Myers, Hockemeyer, and McNaghy LLP, located across from the post office in Columbia City. They're online at 260-248-2224 and on the web at whitleylaw.com.
Sean Bledsoe, Sam Bechtel courtside here at Columbia City High School for this junior varsity game between the Columbia City Eagles and the New Haven Bulldogs. Columbia City on top 22-15 with 5:37 left in the third. And the Bulldogs will have it in the backcourt here as they'll look to break this 1-2-2 full court pressure from Columbia City. And they really have for a majority of the night. They just kind of pass their way through, and that's what you're supposed to do. You're not supposed to try to dribble through it because that's where the traps come into play, the corners. But New Haven's been able to break it quite successfully here. And it's going to be Harris in the backcourt, throws it into the front court to Jones. Jones off the glass and an easy layup there. So Bulldogs off the schneid as they trail by 5 now. Hartman high left for the Eagles, throws it back over right side to Fuller. Fuller throws it down low to the free throw line to Hogue. He puts it on the floor and a jump stop and a layup there for Hogue.
Great physical move there by Hogue.
Bulldogs in the backcourt yet again. Jones trying to break this full court pressure, throws it over right side to Woods, back over left side to Jones. Throws it into the left corner. That's Kumberger for a three.
That was quite the rainbow shot too.
Fuller quickly across the timeline. Euro step in the paint off the glass. That one doesn't go in. Rebound of the Bulldogs, but that ball gets knocked away from Harris. And it looks like it's going to still be Bulldog ball as Fuller kind of got his hands on that. So Harris to inbound for the Bulldogs. He'll get it in on the right sideline to Jones. Back over to Harris left side. Back over to Jones right side. Jones still in the backcourt. Over to the left side to Harris again. They get it into the front court. That's Jones now into the right corner to Dial. Dial drives baseline off the glass and scores.
Kobe Crawford just has to put a body on him to force the pass there.
As we'll see Tyler Crossan head to the scorer's table. But the Eagles on the other end of the floor. Fuller down low to Hogue on the free throw line. Kicks it into the right corner. Denning for a three. Back iron, no good. Rebound to Hartman. And he tries to throw it out. That ball is stolen by Jones. Jones going coast to coast off the glass, and an and one as Denning tried to make sure that he missed that one, but Jones got a circuit shot up and he got the lucky roll.
That is right, and the New Haven varsity team is walking right down the baseline while they did that, and they're proud of him.
So Crossan checks into the game for Crawford, and Jones for the old-fashioned three-point play to give New Haven its first lead in the second half. He sets fires and he makes it. New Haven leading 25-24, 4:12 left in the third, and Fuller bringing up the floor for the Eagles once again. Into the right corner to Denning. Denning going to be trapped, throws it over left side to Hartman, down low to Crossan. They back it out right side to Fuller, down low to Hogue. Hogue spin move in the paint off the glass and an easy layup.
They're going to see a lot and change of lead here, and the lead's not going to be over.
Woods now throws it over to the left side to Harris in the front court, left corner Kumberger. He penetrates, mid-range jumper no good, as that one was again halfway down. Fuller into the front court now, spin move down to the left elbow. That ball is taken by Harris. Harris into the front court, 2-on-2, off the glass, doesn't go in as Hogue tried to block that one. Into the right corner now, it's Harris again for a three. That's an air ball, rebound to Denning. Denning pushing it up the floor now. Throws it over to Crossan. Crossan with an easy layup there in the paint as he had nobody around him.
New Haven's got to come back with something here.
Columbia City up by 3, 3:15 left in the third. And Jones is going to let the pace die down here a bit as he slowly trots across the midcourt stripe. Going to be picked up by Fuller, throws it into the right corner to Kumberger. Kumberger being heavily pressured, and that ball is knocked away by Denning, and it's going to remain Bulldog ball.
Now, what impact are the Bulldogs going to come out in, because you really don't have any sharpshooters on this team. You give it inside and try to let Wood or Harris get something going.
The dial into the right corner to Woods, and Woods will back it out to middle of the court to Jones. Jones walking on the Columbia City logo, gets a screen from Dial, goes to his right side, gets down to the blocks, and that shot is blocked there by Fuller. The Eagles throw it up the floor to Hogue. Hogue off the blocks, off the glass, and a blocking foul and an and one there.
Well, I was confident in my prediction of it being a back and forth game with 3 points, but this isn't over yet for the Bulldogs, but they've just got to get a defensive stand here like they had the entire first half.
So Hogue on the free throw line for the old-fashioned three-point play. He sets, fires, back iron no good. Rebound to Hartman, though. He'll kick it out left side to Fuller. Fuller penetrates back over to Hartman on the blocks and an easy layup. Columbia City with a 7-point lead here.
Bulldogs have to talk on defense.
2.5 left in the third. Jones up the right side of the floor, down to the top of the key, flips it over right side to Woods. Woods a deep three, that doesn't go in. Rebound to Hogue, he'll throw it over to Denning. Denning up the right side now. He'll throw it down low to the free throw line to Hogue. Hogue throws it into the right corner to Hartman. That ball is stolen by Jones of the Bulldogs. He'll throw it over to Woods. Woods across the timeline now, and he'll back it over to Jones. And Jones will let the dust settle. He'll go down to his left side and gonna call a foul there. Now they're gonna call an illegal screen there on Dial.
Yeah, when you're walking them down all the way to the from wing to wing, that's definitely gonna cause for concern.
So Farrow checks into the game for Woods. With 1:59 left in the third, Columbia City leading by 7, 32-25. Fuller's going to be picked up at the midcourt stripe by Jones. He throws it over to his right side to Denning. Denning being double teamed and heavily pressured here. He gets it out to Hogue, high right, and they flip it over left side to Hartman in the left corner for three. Front rim, no good. Put back by Hogue, doesn't go in. Denning gets the rebound and gets a put back.
New Haven cannot get a defensive rebound right now to save their life.
Been the story here in this second half. Columbia City been rebounding and scoring off of turnovers. So Jones into the front court, and there's going to be a foul on the play there, and Fuller is going to pick it up. As he smelled it, because he knew he nearly had that one. There'll be Kumberger to throw it in for the Bulldogs. And he gets it into the front court to Harris. Harris into the left corner now to Dial, and they'll back it out to Kumberger high left. He'll rotate around the key, throw it over to the right side to Harris, who drives right down central, and he travels. Turnover, Bulldogs.
You can slide any foot and move it except both foot, and that's exactly what it did right with this right.
So 1:19 left in the third. Columbia City leading by 9 here as they have exponentially increased this lead. Fuller into the front court, throws it into the right corner to Denning. They back it over to the left side to Hartman now. Hartman back over right side to Denning. He'll load up a three. Doesn't go in. Rebound to Crossan, though, and there's going to be a foul there, and it looks like it's going to be on the Bulldogs.
New Haven just can't let this lead slip away from them, and that the Eagles have, and they just have to keep it close.
Harris with the foul there as he picks up New Haven's third of this half. So Fuller to inbound it for the Eagles just under the left part of the basket. He throws it into a cutting Denning off the blocks. That shot is blocked. There's going to be a foul on Farrow, and Denning's going to head to the free throw line.
Make this, what, a 11-point game if he drills both?
Potentially, yes. Potentially the first double-digit lead of the game if Denning knocks these free throws down. So Denning's first. He sets, fires, and he makes it. First double-digit lead of the game with a minute 2 left in the third, and it's Columbia City's 35-25. Denning potentially to make an 11-point game. Sets fires, front rim, no good. Rebound to the Bulldogs, and they just throw that one straight to Crossan. Turnover for the Bulldogs as they're getting careless here in the late third quarter. Hartman now swings it into the left corner to Fuller. Cross-court pass over to Denning now. Denning drives baseline, puts up a shot off the glass, doesn't go in. Ball gets batted around, goes out of bounds, and it's going to be off of Crossan, Bulldog ball.
Great hustle, though, by both teams. They're all over that ball, and it was on the ground, and while it was.
So Woods checks back into the game for Farrow. And Dial's going to throw it in. No, in the backcourt now, it's Kumberger. He hands it over to Jones. Jones up the left side now. Pump fakes the pass, throws it over left side, into the left corner. That's Dial. Dial cutting across the paint, puts up a shot, doesn't go in, but there's a foul on the play. Gonna be on Stratton Fuller. And Dial will be shooting 2.
It has to make both. You just have to get hurt, cutting away and complete.
As Dial makes the first, and Sam Ash is gonna check into the game for Stratton Fuller. Fuller takes his second exit of the game with 28.5 seconds left in the third. Dial's second free throw doesn't go in. Rebound to Hogue. Hogue's going to push it up the floor, and he'll let the dust settle, though. Hand it over to Denning. Denning's going to be picked up by Jones in the backcourt, but Denning easily gets across the midcourt stripe. He's going to be double-teamed here, though, in the corner. And it's going to be a foul on New Haven there. And it's going to be on Jones. So Denning to inbound. He gets it into the backcourt to Hartman. Hartman with 16 seconds left, and he's fouled again by Jones. So Jones picking up 2 fouls in the matter of about 5 seconds there.
Not good for the backcourt of this New Haven offense.
So Denning's going to get it into Hartman in the backcourt. 14 seconds left. He flips it back over to Denning. Denning nearly loses the handle. And then he posts Jones off the play, throws it over right side. Hartman for a 3. Right as around doesn't go in. Rebound to Hogue. Hogue off the blocks, and they're going to call a jump ball. And it's going to be New Haven ball.
God, restless fans, though, to our right.
I was going to say, the coach for New Haven was getting a bit irate there. 2 seconds left. New Haven's going to have a 3-quarter court heave here, and it's going to be Woods. Woods going to flip it over to Jones. Jones from half court, and he makes it. Wow.
That's something I haven't seen yet, folks.
Wow. Well, at the end of the third quarter, Columbia City leading 35-29 in this JV game as New Haven with over a half-court heave there.
I don't know if I can give you an underwriter that's as exciting as that, but WJHS and this sports broadcast is brought to you by Culligan Water. For home or business, Culligan Water offers sales and rental of water softeners, water coolers, water testing, and bottled water delivery. Culligan Water online at CulliganColumbiaCity.com.
John Bledsoe sending back to the courtside here at Columbia City High School, and bit of energy here on the.
Have we hit a half-court shot though in this gym yet? From beyond half-court?
That may be the first one. I'm not sure. Matt Curry, have we had a over half-court shot here in this gym yet? I'm not sure if we have. Either in JV or varsity, I don't think we have. I think that's the first one that we've had. So.
Too bad that wasn't a home. Too bad that wasn't an Eagle because they get a plaque for that. First buzzer beater. Well, that's not when it was buzzer beater
no,
from the other volleyball line, maybe, but not the first buzzer beater.
So Jones with the deep three-pointer there from the volleyball line in the backcourt makes it a 6-point game here heading into the fourth quarter.
He released that. I thought that was going into the bleachers.
I saw it was so far gone. He was lucky that the backboard was there because if it wasn't, that thing was sailing into the bleachers. But Columbia City leading by 6 here in the fourth quarter as they look to close out the New Haven Bulldogs here at home and potentially remain undefeated in the conference. So Columbia City will start this quarter with the ball. It'll be Sam Ash to throw it in right at the half-court stripe. And he's looking to getting in at Denning, but he gets it into the front court to Hartman as New Haven has picked up some physical defense. Crossan. Mid-range jumper from the baseline doesn't go in. Rebound to Ash. Ash gets that ball knocked away from him. Goes into Hartman's possession, and then Coach Philman's going to call a timeout. So 13 seconds gone in the fourth quarter. New Haven has picked up very physical defense. But Coach Philman calls a timeout before a turnover can be made. And Sam has some underwriters for you.
WJHS posts highlights and schedules on Facebook. Please give us a like and a follow. And tonight's game is only possible by listener support like you. Your contribution helps update equipment for Columbia City Sports broadcasts for home and away games. Show your support for the broadcast by emailing allcapitalradio@wjhs915.com.
Huge thank you to Courtney back at the station for getting us on the air, then as well as Jonathan Peters, Liberty and Avery on the scene as well for this YouTube broadcast. If you are listening on the radio and you're at home and you want to see this action live and you have a phone or a TV or a computer, which I would hope you do, just go to YouTube and search up WJHS Studios and you'll see us live on YouTube as well. So Denning to inbound, it gets it in across him quickly, and an easy bucket there for the Eagles as they increase their lead to 8.
You really can't have that type of miscommunication on inbound play.
So Garcia back in the game for the Bulldogs here as he did not play any in the third quarter. He drives into the paint, puts up a shot that doesn't go in. Rebound to Bile. Bile's going to flip it up the floor to Hartman. Hartman back over to Bile on the top of the key. Into the right corner now, Ash. Ash picks up his dribble, backs it out high right to Denning. Denning down to the right wing, down to the right elbow, throws it over to Crossan on the baseline on the left side. He penetrates off the glass, doesn't go in. He gets his own rebound, kicks it out. Right corner, Ash for 3. Back iron, no good. Ball gets battered around off the backboard. It goes into Columbia City's possession. Ash now on the right wing. And Bile tries to throw a pass that's picked off by the Bulldogs. They throw it into the front court. It's Garcia right down central, and they're going to call a jump ball as Denning got his hands on that one, and it's going to remain Bulldog ball, though. But still, great hands there by Denning to stop that momentum by the Bulldogs.
You're going to talk irate, you can just mic up Coach Philman when that ball was on the ground.
As nobody really had possession of that ball for a solid 10 seconds. The Bulldogs high left, it's Jones. Going to be pressured by Denning as Denning's clapping in his face. Jones dribbling high left. Goes down to the left side, feeds it down low to his big man Harris. Harris turnaround jumper in the paint, doesn't go in. Rebound to Crossan, and he'll throw it over to Denning. Denning, 5:30 left across the timeline. Columbia City leading 37-29. He throws it into the right corner to Ash, and then they'll back it out high right to Denning. Denning down low to the free throw line to Bile, back over to Hartman with a pump fake. Not jab step, Euro step.
And as many steps as you want, as many jabs as you want. That was shaking and baking.
Garcia on the other end of the floor, and he's fouled there, and it looks like it's going to be on Denning. It'll be the team's 4th here in the second half. So 5:11 left in the fourth quarter. Columbia City leading 39-29. Bulldogs looking to claw their way back into this game. It's Garcia, top the key. He'll hold up a 3, short-armed it. Rebound to Crossan. Crossan's got numbers here, 3-on-2. Hartman now off the left block, and that doesn't go in. Rebound to Crossan in the paint, and an easy little stroke there from Tyler Crossan gives Columbia City a 12-point lead. 4:55 left in the fourth. Jones across the timeline for the Bulldogs, down to the right wing. Tries to go baseline. He's backed off the play by Bile. Nearly stolen by Bile. And there's going to be a foul on the play. And it's going to be on Bile. So team's 5th. And Woods is going to check into the game for the Bulldogs. It'll be Harris to throw it in, just under the right portion of the basket, with 4:45 left in the fourth here in this junior varsity game. Garcia in the right corner being heavily pressured by Hartman. He goes baseline, bumps Hartman off the play, and has an easy little layup there.
If that was a varsity game and more fans were in the stands, they'd have been a lot louder calling for a foul there.
So Denning in the backcourt being heavily pressured by Jones. He gets it across, but Coach Philman calls a timeout. With 4:29 left in the fourth, Columbia City leading by 10, and Sam has some underwriters for you.
WJHS Sports is brought to you by the special occasions made at TNT Floral Shop. For more weddings, anniversaries, birthdays, and loving gifts, delivery and pickup are also available. More ideas can be seen on TNT Floral Shop's Facebook and Instagram page. Tonight's game is also brought to you by the family of Swedenheimer, trash removal, and roll-off services. Services include residential pickup, commercial roll-off containers, cleanup, and bulk items picked up as well. Since 1986, Swedenheimer trash removal and roll-off services.
John Bledsoe, Sam Bechtel courtside here at Columbia City High School for this Junior Varsity game. Junior Varsity Eagles leading by 10 over the Junior Varsity Bulldogs. And Sam, this late third quarter, early fourth quarter, it has been all Columbia City as they have increased their lead from single digits to double digits, and they have held it consistently here within the first minute and a half, 2 minutes of the fourth quarter. As teams will break huddle here, Coach Philman finishes his talk with his guys. 5 Eagles on the floor right now. It is Ash, Denning, Hartman, Bile, and Crossan. And then for the Bulldogs, it is Woods, Harris, Jones, Garcia, and Bates. So Eagles on the front court right now. Denning standing on the Columbia City logo. He rotates down to his right side, down in the right elbow, all the way down into the paint, and an and one there for Denning.
Eagles definitely trying to pull away here, and they're trying to make it a statement.
So Denning will make a trip to the free throw line as Cam Hogue and Stratton Fuller will check back into the game as Zach Bile and Sam Ash will head to the bench. Big play there from Aiden Denning. So for the three-point play, Denning short arms it. Gets his own rebound, though, on the blocks, puts it up, doesn't go in, and Garcia gets the rebound for the Bulldogs. No! Denning strips it away, and he's fouled, and he'll head to the free throw line yet again. And Coach Feldman's getting a bit loud here. I'm not sure about what. Garcia has the foul.
I think it was either on Denning or a New Haven player for picking up and slamming the ball after the foul was called.
Gotcha.
It was on Garcia.
Yeah, they're going to say foul's on Garcia, and then they're going to say the frustration was on Garcia as well. So 4:15 left in the fourth. Denning at the free throw line here. 2 shots, sets, fires, and he makes the first one. Extends the Columbia City lead to 13 here. As Coach Boone will pull Stratton Fuller aside to talk a couple things over with him. Denning on his second free throw, and he makes it. Gives Columbia City a 14-point lead here. In the mid-fourth quarter, Garcia on the other end of the floor, tap the key. He'll load up a quick three, and he makes it.
Redeemed himself for the frustration there.
So Eagles in the backcourt still being heavily pressured by this New Haven defense. They got numbers 4-on-1 here, and they'll let the dust settle. Crossing off the blocks, off the glass, and he scores.
Amazing roll with this dominant hand, even though he's on the left-handed side there.
Garcia up the left sideline, and they're going to call a blocking foul there on Denning. Denning's got to be close to being in foul trouble here.
Well, after Garcia nailed that three, I think he was jawing at Denning.
Yeah, those two have been jawing for a majority of the game here. And Marty Klein is going to talk it over with these two just to try to calm things down here. So it'll be Woods to inbound it. He'll get it into the right corner, or to the left corner, check that for Harris, and he'll hand it over to Garcia. Garcia rotating around on the left wing, and he's going to get that ball knocked away by Crossan, but Garcia regains possession. Flips it over right side. Jones for a three. Doesn't go in. Rebound there for Bates. He puts it up, and Crossan says, get that out of here.
Wow. That's a New Haven type defensive stand that we've seen right there.
So Harris to inbound it for the Bulldogs, and he'll get it into the right wing to Bates. Bates throws it into the right corner to Harris. Harris cutting across the paint, puts up a shot, doesn't go in. Rebound to Denning there. Denning gonna head across the timeline, and he's being heavily pressured there by Bates. He'll flip it over to Fuller. Fuller standing on the Columbia City logo, gets it down to the free throw line to Hartman. Hartman tries to go right down central, and there's gonna be a blocking foul there on New Haven, and I think it's gonna be on Harris.
It's a huge swath of fans that are directly across from us that were calling for some type of foul, but it's hard to hear what they're calling for with the headset on.
So it's gonna be 1-1 for Brady Hartman as New Haven has 9 fouls here in the second half. So Hartman sets, fires, and that one rattles out, doesn't go in. Rebound to Woods for the Bulldogs. He's gonna flip it over Garcia. Garcia into the front court, down to the left wing, and he carries.
Turnover. The first time we've seen one of those this year.
Yeah, turnover for the Bulldogs, and it's gonna be Columbia City ball. So 3:07 left in the fourth. Columbia City leading by 13. Denning to inbound it into the backcourt. He gets it into Hartman. Hartman's going to be pressured here, throws it over right side of Denning. Denning's going to get bumped by Bates. He throws it into the front court, though, to Hogue, and Hogue's going to be fouled, and I think it's going to be on Garcia.
Puts the Eagles in a double bonus.
So Hogue going to be at the free throw line for 2 shots to increase this Columbia City lead to potentially to 15 as he sets, fires, and he makes it. The 14-point lead for the Eagles here late game in this University game as Hogue sets, fires, and he makes the second one. Columbia City has a 15-point lead here as they only had a 1-point lead at halftime. Bulldogs, it's Jones going down into the paint with a layup, and he scores.
Great touch there.
So 2:49 left in the fourth, and Eagles being pressured in the backcourt, and Denny's going to throw it off of one of the New Haven defenders, and it's going to be out on, I believe it's going to be out on Hogue, and it'll be New Haven ball. So New Haven applying a lot of intense pressure here into the backcourt. They're trying to force Columbia City to make the errors that they did on Saturday against DeKalb. So it's Jones high left for the Bulldogs, feeds it into the left corner to Garcia. Garcia, jab step, he'll load up a 3 from the left corner. That's an air ball. Rebound down there to Harris. Harris puts up a shot, and he's fouled. And it looks like it's going to be on Hogue or Crossan.
You know, for calling that much like Garcia, he's got to have a better performance to be on the arc.
So Crossan picks up the foul. It's going to be the team's 7th for Columbia City, and that's going to send New Haven to the free throw line for any other fouls on the floor here on out, as Harris misses that first free throw, as he was in the shooting motion for that foul on Crossan. Cumber is going to check back into the game for the Bulldogs. He's going to come in for Bates. Bates is going to head to the bench with 2:23 left in the fourth. So Harris from the free throw line for his second free throw. He sets, fires, and he misses that one. 0 for 2 on that trip. Crossan gets the rebound, throws it over to Hartman. Hartman quickly across into the front court, and he throws an errant pass, but that's quickly regained by Hartman. They swing it over to the right side to Denning. Denning being pressured now by Garcia. He flips it over to the left side of Hogue. Down low to the free throw line to Hartman. Back over right wing to Denning, and Denning travels. And as New Haven fans are getting a bit angry that they didn't call that one sooner.
Just a bit.
Kaufman's going to check back into the game, but I think, to be honest with you, I'm not trying to pick on Denning, but I think Denning has had the most travels out of any university player this season. But Denning's going to talk it over with one of the assistant coaches here on the bench. Tap the key, Garcia for a 3, short. Hartman gets the rebound. He'll throw over right side to Kaufman. Kaufman with 1:50 left, trying to get it across the timeline. He flips it over to Hartman. Hartman still has his dribble. Gets across into the front court now. Flips it over left side, left wing to Kaufman. Left corner now Fuller. They back it out left wing to Kaufman. Kaufman down to the free throw line to, let's see, that was Hartman. They penetrate, and they try to throw it out into the left wing, and that pass is deflected by New Haven, but apparently off the Kaufman. So it'll be New Haven ball with 1:33 left as Columbia City is leading 49-36. Garcia into the front court. He's going to be picked up by Fuller. They throw it into the right corner to Jones. Jones down low. That pass is picked off by Fuller, and Fuller tried to save it, but his foot just barely stepped on the line there. So
if you're New Haven, you've got 13 points you need to make up, and you're just under 90 seconds. They don't have a lot of time to be setting up plays.
So it'll be Harris to inbound it for the Bulldogs. He gets it into the left corner to Kunberger, and then he'll back it out high left to Harris. Harris back into the left corner to Kunberger for a 3, and he had a step back there that made Fuller nearly fall to the floor. Columbia City still leading by 10, though. Kaufman into the front court, and Coach Froman's going to call a timeout here. Let that bench kind of calm down, as Columbia City does have a 10-point lead here with 1:07 left.
Yeah.
But Sam has some underwriters for you.
WJHS play-by-play is brought to you by Culligan Water. For home or business, Culligan Water offers sales and rentals of water softeners, water coolers, water testing, and bottled water delivery. And this is also brought to you by Morris's Builders Mart, located at 516 East Van Buren Street in Columbia City, with locations in Huntington, Wabash, Warsaw, Goshen. Online at morris'sbuildersmart.com, serving northeastern Indiana since 1871.
John Bledsoe, Sam Bechtel courtside here at Columbia City High School, bringing you junior varsity action. Minute 7 left in the fourth, and Columbia City's leading 49-39. Varsity game to follow soon here. It'll be Andrew Thompson and Matt Curry on the call for that one, as the Varsity Eagles will look to improve to 4-1 in conference play and keep their hopes of a conference title alive. But it'll be Denning to inbound the ball here for the Eagles in the front court. And he gets it into Hogue, top the key, straight down the Fuller off the blocks, and he dishes it over to Hartman. That shot's blocked. Crossan gets the rebound. Ball nearly gets knocked away from him, and Coach Phil's going to call another timeout here as Crossan was being double-teamed down there. New Haven's getting a bit more physical here, late fourth quarter with 58 seconds left as Columbia City leads by 10.
In that timeout, there had to have been a conversation where we're going to milk the clock. We're not going to let New Haven and something happen where we lose this lead, because that was a Stratton Fuller had a wide open layup.
He did, and he didn't take it. Yep.
I guess that forced a timeout, and that was a chain reaction.
Yep.
And I think going back, it was out worth the 7 seconds off the clock and to use a timeout.
We have the stereotypical New Haven defense coming out here late fourth quarter with them getting physical. And they're going to look into the huddle here. They're going to look at the play that Columbia City is drawing up. And Everly's going to kind of push them off the play here, or out of the huddle, as they were just kind of looking at Coach Philman's clipboard there. They are desperate to try to get this win tonight.
Yeah, that's...
As the whole bench is kind of laughing at it, they're like, geez.
I'm a player there, and, I'm playing in the Eagles right now. And, that's not going to matter, You can look at the play.
Exactly. So Fuller to inbound it here for the Eagles, as New Haven was looking at Coach Philman's clipboard in the huddle. He gets it into Denning. That's quickly knocked away by Garcia.
I really want him to run Eagle here, which is the flip up to Crossan, then back out to Hartman on the wing.
So Fuller to inbound it again. He gets it into Crossan. Crossan off the blocks, puts up a shot, and he's fouled. And it's going to be on Woods. So Crossan's going to be at the free throw line here with 56 seconds left, potentially to make this a 12-point game for the Eagles. As Crossan sets, fires, and he makes the first one. Crossan's second free throw here. That's fires, and he makes that one again. So Columbia City up by 12. Jones going up the left side of the floor for the Bulldogs into the front court. Swings it over Garcia. Garcia standing on the volleyball line. Thought about the three, didn't take it. Rotates around to the right side of the key.
I don't know why he's milking the clock here.
And he pulls up from deep, and he makes it. 51-39, Columbia City. Or no, check that, 51-42. Sorry, they didn't update the scoreboard quick enough. As there's going to be a New Haven foul there in the backcourt. Columbia City going to head to the free throw line yet again with 37 seconds left. So Denning at the free throw line here.
All that Garcia dribbling that he had to do to create that open shot. If you trade 10 seconds off the clock, I would.
As Denning misses that first free throw. They'll have a second opportunity here as New Haven does have 10 fouls. The double bonus for the Eagles, and Denning makes the second one to give Columbia City a 10-point lead here. So Garcia in the backcourt going to let this one just kind of roll before he touches it. Fuller's going to make him pick it up. Garcia down the right sideline, shoves Fuller off the play. Deep three there again from Garcia as he's kind of drawing there at Fuller. Denning to inbound, and he gets it into Hartman. Hartman back over to Denning. Denning across the timeline with 25 seconds left. He's going to be fouled hard there by Garcia. And Columbia City's not liking the physicality here that's being brought by New Haven.
Aiden Denning walking away with a little smirk. He's kind of acting, that's like Grayson Allen stereotype there.
24 seconds left, and Denning's going to be at the free throw line yet again. Columbia City leading by 7. And I believe Garcia just fouled out. So your three-point kind of sharpshooter almost in a way just fouled out. He's going to head to the locker room.
Made that last foul worth it.
So Denning misses the first free throw. And Crossan's going to head down to the block to try to get a rebound here. And you can hear the assistant coaches barking out, he better not get that rebound. Yeah. So Denning's second free throw, he sets fires and he makes it. 8-point lead for the Eagles, 24 seconds left. Bulldogs get it in to Jones in the backcourt. Jones up the right sideline, cross-court pass to the left side. That is Woods for a deep three, back iron no good. Ball gets batted to Kunberger in the right corner, over to Jones for a deep three from the right wing. That's well off the mark. Rebound to the Eagles. Gonna be Hartman in the backcourt, gets it over the midcourt stripe, and he throws it over to Hogue. Hogue over to Denning in the right corner, cross-court pass down the floor, and then that is the buzzer. Into the game here for this junior varsity game. Columbia City gets the win, 53-45 over the New Haven Bulldogs. And Sam, this was a game that was very close in the first half, and we saw that New Haven kind of pulled back from a 6-point deficit, and they had the lead for a majority of the second quarter. But then Columbia City had a 1-point lead going into halftime, and then as soon as that mid-third quarter time kind of came, and Columbia City just took the outright lead. They had a double-digit lead for a majority of that third quarter, majority of the early fourth quarter, and they're just able to get it done here, even with New Haven's physicality that they bring to the floor, I believe. I mean, in my opinion, this is probably the most physical team that we will see this entire season. New Haven is historically like that. They kind of almost play like a football team on the basketball court. But the junior varsity Eagles remain undefeated in the conference, as they will have Norwell and Leo left to play within the coming weeks. But still, huge win here for the junior varsity Eagles over the New Haven Bulldogs. And Sam, I mean, when you got to that late game, obviously against DeKalb, I wouldn't say that they necessarily that the Eagles necessarily choked. I mean, they gave away a double-digit lead heading into that fourth quarter in the DeKalb game. So there was obviously something different tonight for this Eagles team, especially against a much more physical and tough opponent. But what do you think it was that really gave them this win tonight?
The ability to fight through controversy and fight through adversity, because, like you said, going back to that physicality of New Haven, you really can't practice that in, because you're playing against your friends, you're playing against your teammates. You really can't practice that physicality, because it's hard to go into the depths of your soul to find that passion that you really want to lock this guy down, and you want to make this as hard as you can for him to score.
But yes, Junior Varsity Eagles pick up the win. They improved their record to 12-3, I believe. And then in the conference, they still remain undefeated. But we have both varsity teams on the floor here, warming up for that varsity game. And it'll be Andrew Thompson and Matt Curry on the microphone. But Sam, looking forward to those other conference games that I was talking about with Norwell and with Leo. Leo, obviously, that varsity team making it deep into the postseason last year, and they'll potentially reflect in that junior varsity team. But still, with those two remaining games, especially from what we saw tonight, what do you think that the JV Eagles need to do in order to secure a conference title?
Limit those turnovers, but, when you play these NE8 games, and they've only played a few of them, they got a few coming up here, they're going to have to show that these turnovers aren't going to be a factor for them to dig themselves into a hole.
But we'll throw it back up to the studio to Courtney Johnson, as she'll have some music for you. And then in about, I'd say 12 to 14 minutes, tune back in, and you'll have Andrew Thompson and Matt Curry on the call for that varsity game. But for my broadcast partner, Sam Bechtel, this is Sean Bledsoe saying so long from Columbia City High School, telling you once again the final score of this university game. Columbia City wins it 53-45. Good night, everyone.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's game time. Tonight, listen as your Columbia City Eagles take to the court.
All right, well, good evening, everybody. Welcome to Columbia City Basketball. Glad you're with us. Andrew Thompson will be joined by Matt Curry momentarily. Sean Bledsoe running things on site here with stats and helping us get on the air and all of that. So glad you're with us. New Haven Columbia City battle, and this New Haven's a big team. There's no doubt about that. Everybody seems bigger than us, whether it's against the girls or the guys. But this team, a veteran team. Of course, they lost the sectional finals to Homestead last year, won the sectional 2 years ago, and then, of course, never got to play in the regional because COVID hit. But so they are still loaded for bear, and they still got Jakar Williams, who's their quarterback on the football team. Actually, Jakar Williams is finally a senior. Jackson Kernwald comes back. Also another, let's see, returnee would have been, let's see here, kind of lost my bearings on that, but at any rate, they're back, a loaded lineup, and of course Columbia City coming off a nice 19-point victory at Lakeland the other night, and they go 12-4, so a good season for the Eagles thus far, and certainly if they can pull off a win here tonight would be in good shape in the conference. They're doing those old things Whitco used to do years ago.
Yeah.
Bill Patrick's teams used to do that. I think Manchester's did too. They do the old flop there. That's in a flop.
Yeah. Charge, yeah.
So 3.5 to go before we get to the game, and obviously we were here for the girls Tuesday night, so we didn't necessarily know much about the boys and how their performance, although they won 70-51 at Lakeland. I don't know if you had any info on that or not.
I did not. They seemed to be in control the whole game from what I saw the quarterly scores.
Did Coach Wool have anything for us tonight?
I didn't even get a chance.
I thought you disappeared for a while, but
no, I'm talking to Richmond.
So the JV contest, 53-45, Columbia City won that. C-team game, I was over at that for a little bit. They had a nice second half and ended up beating New Haven by roughly 12, if I remember right. And so this going to win the conference. You got to win here tonight. No doubt about it. We've got the 3 toughest on the schedule yet. Norwell Thursday night at the Castle, and that's never easy. And then home to Leo. Now, New Haven beat Leo by 6 a few weeks ago, but, you know, I don't know. Don't be deceived.
It's hard. You know, New Haven beat Leo. Leo beat Snyder. Snyder beat Homestead.
Yeah.
I mean, and then, you know, we lost 40 to Homestead. So, I mean, I don't know. You can even look at that.
No. But they're 7-7, and that's a deceptive 7-7, I think.
Yeah.
They got off to an 0-3 start, losing to Woodland, Northrop, and Blackhawk. And then beat Wayne and Belmont. And then they went to one of those holiday tournaments and played Fishers, Merrillville, and Lake Central. They lost 2 of the 3. They got blown out by Fishers. But they've kind of had an up and down season. And conference standings here, if I hit the right button, it'd leave me a lot better off. But Matt Boom here. So Leo, actually, everybody has at least one loss in the conference. Leo, Norwell, Columbia City, New Haven, all 3-1. Huntington North 2-2. Belmont 1-3. East Noble and DeKalb both 0-3. And they have a game to make up as East Noble was on restrictions there for a couple of weeks a while back.
So what is that then? Leo beat Norwell?
Let's see.
It's got to be, right?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Columbia City High School. Superintendent, Principal Brittany Mullen.
And it's says go back at, well, here. We have a crew watching your brilliance tonight. Coach Nelson checking in.
Oh boy.
Unless he got a party going on over there.
Must. Everybody wants to see your face.
No. You're on there too.
Oh, I don't need to be.
No, I don't need to be either. Cut the camera, cut the music.
Voice and face of the Eagles right here.
Yeah, I know. Great. Now you show me. So now you show me I'm on there. Holy bro. Yeah, that's well. Not exactly. I'm trying to find my mother, the Huntington on the iPad. Our national anthem coming. The band's in the house tonight. Doing a nice job as usual.
Under direction of Mr. Chris Douglas.
Band director.
And now let's meet the New Haven Bulldogs. Non-starters, number 2, Rodney Jones. Number 3, Miles Harris. Number 5, Martin King.
And so they're doing non-starters. Starters, the aforementioned Jakar Williams, 6'5" senior. And number 4, Jackson Turnwald, a 6'4" senior. Number 11, Taylor Harding, 5'9" senior guard. And number 12, Jeremiah Cottrell. And he's a 6'3" sophomore. And Darian Brooks, 6'4" junior. Head coach is Bruce Stevens. Had a chance to talk to him earlier tonight.
Jakar he's started all 4 years, hasn't he?
Yeah,
I feel like he's been on varsity all 4.
I think he's their quarterback all 4 years too in the football field. But one big missing piece of that from last year if they graduated, Thomas Latham. Latham, the big guy in the middle. Boy, he was a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah, he was a problem.
He caused a lot of problems for us. So that is what is going on. And the lights will go out. We'll have the video.
That's a shoemaker over there handing out a towel to Cam Hogue.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's not Mike.
Matt?
Yeah, it's Matt.
Really?
I don't know why I couldn't remember that. That's my name.
That's right.
That is Matt. Good golfer.
Yep. Showing the highlights of the video board here. Spotlight on. This is so cool. Who would ever thought we'd see the day that we could do this at a Columbia City game? Second year for this new building.
Yep.
And the highlight film still rolling. So we've got Alex Hedrick, Andrew Hedrick, Seth Mills, and see that's Jackson Crawford, who's our other starter over there to the Baker.
Yeah.
Couldn't see very well.
All the same plus Alex.
No Elias Spellman tonight. He's out of the lineup, but is here. He's had some health issues.
Yeah, I think he's got a couple more practices, I think, until he's, I guess, that's
Cleared.
the whole thing, that you're then eligible again or whatever.
And there's Jackson Crawford being introduced. Andrew Hedrick. So the Hedrick brothers in the lineup tonight. Matt Schaus in his second season here. Tim Smith, Jake Linder, and Eric Williams. Those are your officials tonight. And it's 4 teams, 3-1 in the conference. We're one of them. So everybody has at least a loss in this conference race.
We lost to Belmont, right?
Yes, we lost to Belmont.
Let that one slip away.
We did. So Columbia City, the home whites tonight. Jackson Crawford ready to jump center against New Haven's, let's see, that's 23. That's Darian Brooks. They're in all black tonight, a little bit of old gold trim, a little bit of purple maybe on those. And Jackson Crawford easily controls it, almost goes out of bounds, but flagged down by Andrew Hedrick. Good hustle there.
Brooks was a little surprised that Jackson got up like that.
Jackson can jump out of the gym.
Yeah, you can.
So Baker up top for Columbia City. Quick trap on Baker. Nice job to get away from it. Gets down to Crawford, and he can barely get a high pass, and it fell out of bounds. Baker was under duress, that was for sure.
Yep.
So the Eagles come up empty. A turnover on their first possession. So Crawford has his hands full with Jakar Williams. They don't list a weight for him, but he is a load underneath.
He's got to be about 220, I would think.
Yep. Pretty mobile quarterback he was.
Oh, yeah.
Alec Tedrick, defensive kick, so we'll reset. 31 seconds gone here. And Williams throws it in up top, Taylor Harding. Harding works the key, and he just loads up a tray. That's a brick, but a long rebound comes to New Haven. Lost the handle. Alex Hedrick out of a scramble with it. Now he's being pressured. Gets it back to Andrew Hedrick. And there's a heavy-duty collision, but we get it into the front court. Baker, a three short. He had a man flying at him. And here comes Jakar Williams on the move. And there's one from the parking lot. Turnwald. That's Baker clears. Turnwald, pretty reliable shooter typically.
And that wasn't even close.
No. A little bit of a hurried three. Crawford on the baseline.
There
scores.
There we go. That's his shot.
So Crawford gets the first 2 of this game for the Maroon and Gold.
He's got to be shooting like 60 to 70% from that spot.
Yeah, got the mid-range jumper down.
Up.
So Williams, up top for Turnwald, throws it down low. Brooks has it. Brooks a fadeaway. Back iron no good. Off the flange. Loose ball comes to New Haven. Back door, and they score. Darian Brooks. Well, we just couldn't corral the rebound there. And New Haven on the board. 2-2. Break the press. Mills into the front court. Shoves it off to Baker in the baseline corner. Up the wing Mills.
Hit it.
Mills stepped up for 3. Oof. Oh, a little strong. Rebound Crawford. Puts it back up. Hit the backboard. Mills tried to get a hand on it. New Haven saves it.
A lot of contact.
Well, evidently they're going to let him play. 5:55 to go in the first. 2-2. Coach Stevens calling the play from the New Haven bench. As if I remember right, they beat us pretty good over at New Haven last year. And look out, Williams turnaround, scores. Nice move off the glass for Jakar Williams. Makes it 4-2 New Haven. Andrew Hedrick throws it back to Baker to Mills. Have to move it. Going to put the heat on you all night long. Andrew across the timeline. Crawford has room and time, but throws it to Andrew Hedrick, and it's off his hands out of bounds. 2 quick turnovers for Columbia City. I don't think Andrew was expecting that.
No, and you just can't do that against them.
Here come the Bulldogs. Harding with it. High screen set by Turnwald, and they're going to call him for traveling. Harding wanted a foul. He's not getting it. Coach Stevens is up off the bench. And some of the New Haven faithful start grumbling to our right. There goes Mills up across the timeline, in and out of traffic, and hits Crawford. Oh, he tried to slam it, got hammered. And they're not going to call that. Don't complain. Let's just play ball. So that'll get the fans restless right off the hop.
Yeah, I was going to say, they better be careful.
Yep, and Jackson Crawford puts it up. They don't call that. Now Matt Schaus is irate.
They're going to mess
around. They're going to have a bloodbath if they're not careful. Yeah. That's off the mark, and then they're going to call what underneath?
I think Jakar.
Well, I thought they were going to call the out there where we knocked the guy down.
Dakar, I think, ran over Andrew.
So the first foul of the game goes on Jakar Williams. 3:03 gone.
Jackson's just going to have to be ready to just play with contact because obviously they're not going to call it. So
Nope. And Andrew Hedrick all the way down central, puts it up. Oh, he missed a bunny. Holy smoke. Look out there on the breakaway. Nice job, Baker.
Mace.
Baker steals it. Baker around Turnwald. Comes into the front court, pulls up from the block. Scores!
There we go.
So Mason Baker ties the game at 4.
I thought he might throw the oop to Jackson there for a second.
So 4-4, 4:25 to go. This is one of the more patient New Haven teams you will see under Bruce Stevens. Jeez. Not like the days of Steve Screeton. They're a little more run and gun. So Turnwald gives it off to Brooks. Brooks backed off the play a bit by Mills. He directed a little traffic, floats down the right side, down on the baseline. Jakar Williams. Yep.
Oh,
a block.
my.
Oh, my.
Oh, boy. He even had the arm extended.
So Coach Schaus prowling the sidelines.
I mean, he even had the elbow out that time.
So Crawford gets the foul. That'll get hands a little stirred up. Turnwald throws it up to Williams. Tap pass over for Harding. Dumps it down low. Brooks fade away in the paint. He scores. So Brooks a nice fade away and makes it 6-4 New Haven. 3:50 to go in the first. Mills tries to dribble out of trouble. Kicks it off nicely. Andrew Hedrick into the front court. He's badgered all the way up. Andrew Hedrick to the bucket. Missed it. Heavy duty contact. Look out. And they score. Slam dunk. Darian Brooks makes it 8-4 New Haven. 3.5 for the first. Cross to Mills. Mills high left, works down the baseline, across. Now he's in hot water, gets it out to Crawford. A jumper, long from 15. Rebound, Andrew, or Alex Hedrick. Alex in the paint.
Yep.
Scores!
Oh, boy.
So Alex Hedrick on the board now, 8-6. Jakar Williams hands off to Harding. Harding, a 5'9" senior, did not get much PT last year. Look out, you can't leave Turnwald alone. Holy crow. Turnwald, if he gets hot, you got to be careful with him. First three-pointer tonight makes 11-6. Alex Hedrick matches, score!
Yeah, why not? Why not? That boy.
So he cancels out the three by Turnwald. And with 2.5 to go in the first, we got an 11-9 contest. And off to the right side. Look out, Brooke. Long two. Back iron off the mark. Mills corrals the loose ball for Columbia City. Mills works against Harding. Mills spins. Mills better. He gets it across. Mills elbows his way in. Finds Andrew Hedrick. Andrew Hedrick tries to make the move. Spins. Fades. Scores!
Woo-hoo.
What a move.
Yeah,
even at 11.
Smooth.
2 minutes to go in the first. All tied at 11 apiece. And Harding back on the right side, down to Williams on the right baseline up top. And look out, a three. Back iron, no good by Harding. Loose ball. Crawford comes up with it, flips to Andrew Hedrick. Andrew into the center of the court. Jump pass to Crawford. Lost the handle, got it back. Andrew Hedrick. Cross court, Mills. Dangerous pass. Mills puts it up.
Oh,
Scores!
yeah. Boy, Seth.
3 for Seth Mills.
Boy.
So Columbia City comes alive. 14-11. Columbia City back in the lead. And look out, all the way in, layup and score. Brooks just had his way there.
Well, yeah, Mason, I think, was ready for Jackson to switch, and he didn't switch.
And Alex Hedrick takes it across the midcourt stripe. Hands to Andrew Hedrick. Andrew right down central, pulls up, fires. Oh, it rolled in. Shooter's touch. And it makes it 16-13, C City, under a minute. Been a quick quarter here.
Yeah, it is. 2 fouls. I mean, that's. And
Turnwald. Turnwald with the dribble, flips it over for Harding. Harding tries the baseline, got room, up under, scores. Nice move for Harding. Not much you can do on that one. It was just a good move. Andrew Hedrick across the timeline, races and throws it to his brother Andrew or Alex in the corner. Alex to the bucket. Got it back. It sailed behind the backboard. He puts it back up, hit the side of the backboard. Jakar Williams the rebound. He just ran out of real estate under there.
Yeah, they're just not really calling anything.
No, one foul
Really?
apiece. So they're going to play for one down to 6 seconds. Like Brooks is going to have to be the man. He's going to shoot it. Step back three. And no, didn't get the roll. Boy, that was looks like it was going to go in.
Yeah, it did.
So 16-15 our score in favor of Columbia City. At the end of one quarter. What a good quarter.
Mm-hmm.
So ProFed Credit Union is your play-by-play underwriter tonight. They specialize in savings for mortgages, car loans, projects, and business banking too. ProFed Credit Union, 37,000 ATMs in 12 northern Indiana locations. In Columbia City on the Walmart Drive is the new location. That's a beautiful building out there. Tonight's game feed is brought to you by Morse's Builders Mart, located at 516 East Van Buren in Columbia City, with locations in Huntington, Wabash, Warsaw, and Goshen, or online at morsesbuildersmart.com, serving Northeast Indiana since 1871. John Bledsoe with his instant stats here. Williams with 2, Turnwald 3, Harding 2, and Darian Brooks with 8. Well, look at you. This is a masterpiece on the computer here. Baker with 2, Mills 3, Crawford 2, Andrew Hedrick 4, Alex Hedrick 5 for the maroon and gold. Thank you, Sean.
I had us for 3 turnovers, and I had them for 4.
They all came out in
even.
a wash.
Yep, even.
And you see the scoreboard, we're almost even.
Yep.
Columbia City by a point. It will be New Haven basketball. Starts second quarter. Good grief, we aren't even to the 8 o'clock hour yet.
Good deal right there.
Yeah. So the Bulldogs with it. JoJo Robertson's checked into the ball game. He's a returner from last year. And now Miles Harris to Brooks. Up top, quick step as Hardy throws it off, and a 3. Good by JoJo Robertson. They give him 2. No, 3.
3.
Thought Hoppy said 2. All right, here's Rhett Wilson. Rhett's first touch, gives it back to Andrew Hedrick. Top of the key, wide right. Alex flips it to Baker. Nice move, score!
Oh, boy, Mace.
What a burst of speed for Baker.
Yeah, Brooks wasn't ready for that.
No. So 18-18. 45 seconds gone, second quarter. And the Bulldogs across the timeline. That's Robertson, who had the 3 last trip. Now over to Hardy. Hardy into the paint. Myers short armed it. Loose ball off of Andrew Hedrick. Off of Alex. Andrew hits the deck. Jakar Williams gets the loose ball and scores.
Yeah, that wasn't a foul.
And Wilson falls down, lost a handle. And look out, they got numbers, but nice job by Baker to get back and anticipate that. Now Columbia City with numbers. And knocked away from behind. And that's going to be off of New Haven.
Yep.
And Coach Stevens is irate.
It's off of 34. He's not complaining.
He wants travel. That's what he wants.
That was off of Hardy.
Stevens up off the bench. Been a festive one, that's for sure. 20-18 Bulldogs in the corner now. Columbia City with Alex Hedrick up top. Back to his brother Andrew. Left side. Wilson drifting around. Andrew takes it. Now up top here's Alex. Kicks it off now to Wilson, back to Alex Hedrick. Minute and a half going in the second, 2018. New Haven and a hand check.
That's pretty easy call there.
JoJo Robertson guilty of the hand check. His first, team second. Ball to bounce on the common foul. To Columbia City. Andrew Hedrick gets it tight quarters to Baker. Andrew Hedrick has it back. Andrew spins into the paint all the way in. Scores, got the roll. So Hedrick with 2 more, ties the game at 20 apiece. With just about 2 minutes going here in the second quarter. Look out, Brooks elevates in the paint. Missed it. Loose ball. They put it up. No. Loose ball again off the glass. No, and that's off of whom?
Oh. Yeah. Get over there. Tell him. That's our ball. We weren't even close to it. Yeah.
And Coach Stevens, much to his chagrin.
Well, there was I think that was off of Brooks.
So here comes Columbia City. Mills back into the ballgame. Crawford has
Get out of
returned.
there.
Andrew gets it up to Crawford. Crawford back to Andrew Hedrick up top. He penetrates. Fade away from the elbow. That's going to be long. Rebound, Jakar Williams.
Get back. Get back, Jackson.
Jakar Williams sends it off, and here's a long three. Robertson off the mark short. Loose ball, Mills. Mills had it knocked away from behind. No further play. A New Haven foul.
Hardy.
Hardy gets the foul. James Hardy with the foul. Team's third on New Haven. Hardy's first. 5.5 to go in the second. We're all even at 20. It's been a good one. Bit of a Donnybrook, but Mills.
That was more of a foul than the last one.
Yep, Mills shoves it off. Here's Crawford to the bucket. Lost a handle. That's going to be a New Haven foul.
That was on Brooks, I think.
I believe you're right.
Yep.
23. Darian Brooks with the foul.
So his first, team's fourth. So all of a sudden the foul pace picking up a bit. Baker to throw it in underneath the Columbia City basket. Down here to our right. Fade away. Oh, rims out for Andrew Hedrick. Williams the rebound. And Williams all the way in. Hop, skip, and a jump.
On Andrew.
Yep. His first, team second.
Yeah, Jackson's got to get back on defense there.
So they throw it in up top. The Bulldogs with it. Robertson. Down low to Williams. Williams against Crawford. Backs in. Throws it up. Scores. Boy, I don't know what you do when he gets it down there.
You got to make him turn middle.
3 minutes gone.
He uses the glass well, so you got to make him turn middle. Good to him.
And Mills. Jump past Crawford. He'll load up 15. Scores. Rattles it home on the wing.
Ball.
And they're back quickly. They throw it away. Mills the steal. But he has to let the traffic settle and gets it into the front court. Free for Baker.
Yep.
Bingo!
There we go.
Columbia City up 25-22. Baker now with 7. 4:25 to go in the half. As these two teams tied to top the conference at 3-1. With Norwell and Leo. Williams from downtown scores.
Got to get a hand up.
Ties the game. 25 apiece. And Mills up top, 5 count on. He's got to unload it, lost a handle. Rhett Wilson saves the bacon, flips it off Andrew Hedrick to the bucket. Scores! 27-25 in favor of the maroon and gold. Jakar Williams. Look out, lost a handle. I think Crawford may have got the knock away.
Somebody got some. Oh, they got numbers now.
Andrew Hedrick flips it off Mills.
Oh, yeah.
He'll load her up.
Oh, yeah, Seth.
Mills.
Oh, yeah, Seth.
Timeout, New Haven. 5 New Haven turnovers. And Bruce Stevens is going to make some adjustments to his lineup. Meanwhile, we'll tell you about Bart's Car Store, a selection of cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs. Bart's Car Store offers test drives, cash for trade-ins, and financing options. Bart's Car Store, serving Columbia City, Whitley County, and Fort Wayne. Also, the microphones are from the support of Flowtech Plumbing and Heating, serving locally for 30 years. More information is available at flowtechpnh.com. Also, WJHS and this sports broadcast are brought to you by Culligan Water for home or businesses. Culligan Water offers sales and rentals of water softeners, water coolers, water testing, and bottled water delivery. Culligan Water online at CulliganColumbiaCity.com. Andrew Thompson, Matt Curry, Sean Bledsoe courtside here. Well, actually about the third row of the bleachers, but nonetheless, great vantage point. And we've got, who's in the station tonight? Courtney's in the station. Avery's over here. Hard-working production crew here.
Right.
Okay, New Haven bobbled it, but Harding gets it back. Harding.
Williams getting a good breather here.
Oh, Williams is out of the ball game. Okay. Turnwald. You got to watch him. Turnwald. Ooh, almost picked by Crawford, and Harris lost a handle. Here's a steal by Alex Hedrick.
Let's go.
And here's Andrew Hedrick. Going to come unimpeded to the midcourt stripe, where it'll be picked up there by Harding. They go for that trap. Look Well, almost. Alex Hedrick got to move it. 5 count on. He's hassled on the play by Hardy. Now Andrew all the way in.
Yep.
And whistle on a New Haven foul.
It's going to be Harding, I think.
His first, team's 5th. So these are the first free throws attempted of the game. I think it is.
They had
Andrew Hedrick.
No, he didn't. You're right.
So Hedrick will have the back end of the 2-shot violation coming now. Columbia City up 31-25, 2:49 to go in the half. And Andrew Hedrick again. Couple of free throws. And the Eagles up 7, their largest lead of the night. And they thought about a 3 as Harding's dancing around. And Hardy.
We don't seem too worried about Harding out there at 3. Oh, boy.
No, not Turnwald.
Yeah. I don't know where he is.
Harding out
nice
of control,
pass.
but nice pass, and they score. Nice finish for Hardy.
Really nice pass.
32-27, 2:20 to go in the half. This has been a good one.
Yeah.
They let him play rough and tumble most of the night.
Oh.
And Alex Hedrick across the timeline gets it to Andrew Hedrick, top of the key. He's heavily guarded by Harris, tries to get around Harris, shoves it off. Baker, a long one.
Oh.
No, short this time. Rebound Turnwald of New Haven.
Yeah, there, Jackson.
So Turnwald to the midcourt stripe for the Bulldogs. On the fly in the corner, Hardy hop, skipping a jump to the blocks, fires, missed it. Baker the rebound.
Nice block out by Mason there.
Baker will bring it up. Nice move, slices and dices. And he's going to be guilty of traveling. Yep. He had a nice 4 turnovers for the Eagles. That was a great pass, but it just took too many steps.
Yeah, he drug the foot. That's what happened.
Brett Wilson out of the ballgame. Mills back on.
Just drug that foot as he was trying to make that pass.
Turnover C City, a minute 44 to go in the half. 32-27. The way this started out, it's kind of surprising we're up to 32-27.
Yeah.
A slow start to this scoring-wise. So look out. Here's Brooke. Fires short-armed it from the elbow. Rebound off of Mills to Andrew Hedrick. With a minute 20, throws it across the timeline. Mills will load it up.
What?
Oh, off the mark short. All of a sudden, all of a sudden, we're going a little cold here. So they come back with Harding. Harding to Cottrell, lost the handle now. Williams gets the hold of it. Now a 3 up top. Score! Taylor Harding. And all the way back, Crawford scores! As they did not get back. Crawford picks up 2 more. 34-30 Columbia City. 45 seconds for the first half. And up top the elbow, and look out, he's almost going to take it again as that's Harding running loose. Now Turnwald.
Oh,
that was long, a rare miss for Turnwald. That's off of Williams. That's going to be Columbia City ball as he wrestled away from Crawford.
Boy, we fortunate right there.
Yeah.
Really fortunate.
Remember whether Williams is going to play football in college or basketball.
I would think he want to play football.
Yeah. And Andrew Hedrick races across the midcourt stripe. Under 34 the half. Columbia City probably will play for 1. Andrew Hedrick. Up top, he's watched closely by Brooks. Andrew Hedrick. Now they switch, and now Cottrell's on him. Mason Baker's got it up top. Down to 10. Mason up top. Mason down the left side. 5 count on. Mason pulls up, fires. Didn't get the roll. Rebound Williams with 4. Oh, nice move by Williams. Look out. And back iron, no good at the buzzer. Boy, we caught a break there.
Come on, guys.
So that's the end of the first half. Your score, 34-30 in favor of Columbia City. Great half of basketball. And we're just after the 8 o'clock hour. You are listening to WJHS, 91.5 FM Columbia City. Andrew Thompson, Matt Curry, Sean Bledsoe helping us out as well. Here at 1600 South State Road 9, the new gymnasium. Well, the crowd pretty good tonight.
Yeah.
Congratulations to the Lady Eagles last night as they earned a share of the NE8 title with Norwell and Huntington North with their 65-14 victory at Armstrong Arena in New Haven. And so they will look to a Tuesday rematch with the Lady Bulldogs at Huntington's North Arena. Okay, New Haven, Jakar Williams has 9. Jackson Turnwald with 3. JoJo Robertson with 3. Taylor Harding 5. Cottrell held scoreless but played. And Brooks has 8. Hardy has 2. So pretty balanced scoring. 6 New Haven turnovers. Mason Baker 7 points for the Eagles. Seth Mills with 2 threes for 6. Crawford 3 field goals for 6. Andrew Hedrick 10. Couple of free throws in there, and 5 for Alec Hedrick. Rhett Wilson played but did not score. 4 turnovers for Columbia City. So they let them muck it up quite a bit there, Matt, and I think we weathered the storm pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, you just got to. I mean, we figured out that they're not going to call fouls, and you got to get in there and you just got to absorb it and keep playing. You can't complain about it because they're just not going to make those calls tonight. So, we're shooting the ball much better. I think I've only got us for 5 turnovers. So, if you can do that, I mean, you're going to be in pretty good shape. And I have them for 6. So it's been a pretty clean game all around. I mean, really, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fouls on them, 2 on us. I mean, it's been a consistently officiated game so far. So, I mean, you just got to continue to move the ball, continue to run, because they do crash the boards pretty hard. So if you can get the rebound and get out of there, you're probably going to be in some advantages on the break. So, I think if we can continue to shoot the ball, I think we're in a good spot.
Well, JV contest went way of the Eagles, 53-45, and the C-team game in the auxiliary gym, Columbia City with a dominant second half, worked New Haven over by 14. And wrestling information here.
Oh, yeah.
Coach Fox. Sean gave us some of this, too, earlier. Justice Goree at 170-pound weight class. He is a sectional champion along with Ian Clifford at 285 pounds. Both sectional champions. And the team finished second to Garrett. And Carroll third in the team competition. Trying to get some particulars. Coach Culp usually chimes in as well, but
I have
Twitter or whatever.
Yeah, here we go. Top 4 advance. So Cross was second. English was second. Sanderson third. Akers third. Jarrett English 5th, so he does not move on. Maggard third. Reed third. Goree champion. Hodges 4th. Park 4th. And Geiger 4th. And obviously Clifford was the other champ.
So we only have one wrestler that didn't advance.
Yes.
That's a pretty good day.
Yeah.
So we'll be well represented at the Carroll Wrestling Regional next week. And then, of course, they'll move on to the Memorial Coliseum in the semi-state and eventually Gamebridge Fieldhouse or whatever they call that now.
Yeah, it is.
What's Gamebridge?
I don't know.
You don't know?
It's Conseco. That's what it is.
Oh,
that's what I call it.
Reincarnated Conseco?
Yeah.
Conseco, we played down there in the state finals in 04.
Yep, Conseco or Banker's Life is
it's been about everything in the age of corporate names. So again, don't forget sectional basketball Tuesday night, Class 4A Sectional 6 at North Arena in Huntington. Late Eagles will be the first game out of the gate Tuesday night, 6 o'clock. So we're going to be on early, about 5:45. They will have a return engagement with New Haven after the 65-14 win last night in New Haven. The second game of the doubleheader on Tuesday evening at North Arena will be the host Vikings against Fort Wayne Southside. And then those winners will advance to Friday night. 6 o'clock Friday night, the Homestead Sparks, the #1 ranked team in the state, awaits the winner of Columbia City and New Haven. Of course, the Lady Eagles ranked 15th in the latest IBCA poll. And the second game of the doubleheader on Friday night will be the Wayne Generals awaiting the winner of Huntington North and Southside. And, of course, the survivors come back for a championship on 7:30 Saturday evening, again at North Arena in Huntington. And the winner, of course, advances to the Kokomo Regional. So there's more wrestling, yes. Well, they did have a heck of a day. as Hodges and Park and Geiger. Boy, there's some guys that staved off elimination there. Three guys with fours.
Yep.
And our guy that doesn't just narrowly misses at fifth. Boy, it's a fine line. Had a chance to witness some of the conference, the conference wrestling meet here, which was our first time hosting ever. And that was quite an event. And we had some athletes you might have seen in the newspaper, but Abby Picanou signed with St. Francis for golf. Courtney Tobin signed with St. Francis for soccer. Of course, Courtney Tobin, I think, scored the last goal at the old field in girls soccer. And Sam Glad signs with Taylor to play baseball. Seth Mills signs with PFW to run cross country. So that's some of our athletes' endeavors going forward after graduation. Congratulate all of those.
Sounds like
young people.
Purdue Fort Wayne's cross country team was just made up of Columbia City.
Well, I guess Columbia City East. And then also Bray Licky transferred back to PFW.
Where was
from
she?
Eastern Illinois.
Well, yeah, and then Brooks going there too.
And Brooks going there. So the Licky sisters will be playing softball for PFW. And a lot of our athletes going on beyond high school. So good luck to all of them. We'll see how they do. We'll see how the Eagles do here in the second half with a 4-point lead as we head down on the 3-minute mark. Columbia City is back on the court. Bulldogs yet to make their appearance. There's Coach Wool out here. And followed by Coach Schaus and Coach Schaus. So, and don't forget the boys with sectional week. Most of the boys' games are Thursday night. And we get a date at the Castle down in Osseo to play Norwell, and that's no picnic down there ever.
Nope.
So our boys will be down at Norwell on Thursday evening, and then the girls hopefully playing Friday night. In all likelihood, very possible. So they will play hopefully against Homestead Friday evening. So we've got at least 3 games for you this week. And then the boys following weekend, we get Leo and West Noble, I believe. Leo obviously conference, and West Noble coached by former assistant here, Ethan Marsh.
They having a good year.
I think they've kind of been up and down last time I checked. So it's kind of where we're at. We head down the stretch already, hard to believe. Heading for spring sports before you know it.
West Noble 7-6. Yeah, they had a started out 3-0, lost to Concord, won and beat Busco, and then lost to Central Noble, Prairie Heights, and Eastside back to back.
Wow.
Then they beat Lakeland twice because they had their tournament. Then they lost to Central Noble again. They beat Fremont, and then they lost to Fairfield by 2.
And that's where Derek Heinen's the coach.
Yep.
What's their record? I haven't.
And then Fairfield?
Yeah.
They're having kind of a good year. 9-5.
So a couple of former Columbia City coaches went at it.
They lost to Eastside
players,
twice.
I should say. So both teams report to their respective benches. Coach Schaus has had his say. And Coach Stevens gathers his troops. Pretty good crowd on hand here tonight. Of course, the Lady Eagles then going into sectional play 18-2. 19-2, I should say.
Yep.
Ranks right up there about 4th on the all-time wins for a Lady Eagle basketball team. You'd have to go back to 81-82 to get the 24. Whew. No, wait a minute. 24-1, yeah, or 20. Well, never mind. It's that team. We'll find out the details later. All right, Mills for Columbia City in the corner. Here's Baker, tries the baseline, scores!
Oh, boy, nice. Broken play works.
The busted play, and it worked, you're right. So Baker gets the first two of the third quarter, 36-30. Glad you're with us. Andrew Thompson, Matt Curry, Sean Bledsoe with stats and spotting tonight. And here's Brooks down to Williams. Look out, he kicks it across. Now Harding got shut off nicely on the baseline, flushed out of there to get it back down to Williams. Score, that's an easy one. Boy, he gets it down there. It's good morning, good afternoon, and good night. So here comes Columbia City leading 36-32. Andrew Hedrick shoved off the play. Alex Hedrick around the key right, reverses left. Here's Andrew Hedrick outside the arc. Top of the key. Shakes and bakes, wheels and deals, throws it to Mills. Mills a couple jab steps, fade away. Crawford an air ball. He had Williams in front of him.
I don't know about that shot.
And they almost throw it away, but a nice play. Oh, and he missed a dunk. Holy Toledo. Brooks misses the slam. Here comes Eagles, and Williams steals. Look out, they got a breakaway. Now he's going to slam it, and he gets it this time. Brooks. Holy smokes. Boy, we went to almost close to getting a breakaway, and they end up back with it and flush it. Andrew Hedrick pulls up. That's strong. Loose ball Turnwald. And New Haven on the run. Look out. Harding all the way in. Puts it up. No good. Loose ball Crawford. Jackson clears the dust. Whoa. It's a hip check there. Now Mills into the paint. Mills! Score!
Oh, boy, Seth.
So Mills makes it 38-34 in favor of Sioux City. 2 minutes gone, third quarter. As the pace a little frenetic there all of a sudden. Harding hands it off now to Brooks. Scoreboard just went out. That one did anyway. Brooks with a nice spin move. Scores.
Nice move.
So Brooks makes it 38-36. We have a little difficulty getting it in, but now we've got the clear, and left side Alex Hedrick, up the wing Baker. Down low Crawford. Crawford up under. Oh, and he short-armed it. Oh, my. Rebound Crawford, and that's throwing away. Baker. Short. Loose ball Crawford. Crawford, what's he going to do? Up top. Whoa, dangerous pass, but Alex Hedrick saves the bacon. And with 5:10 to go, third quarter, it's Andrew Hedrick. No fouls called this half yet. They've let him play for the most part. Jackson Crawford off to Andrew Hedrick. And Andrew into the paint. Puts it up over Williams and scores.
Nice job, Andrew.
He absorbed the contact and
yeah, Jakar's not trying to get a foul there either.
He's only got one.
Yeah, but I would assume if he gets into foul trouble, it's a little more difficult for them to run their offense.
True. And here's step back, short from the elbow by Harding. Loose ball bounces around. New Haven's going to save it. Nope. As a couple of their guys flew into their bench. Nice hustle down there by the Bulldog.
Yeah.
Eagles by 4, 4:32 to go third quarter.
Jeez, oh, Pete.
And Andrew Hedrick gets it.
Go, Andrew.
Andrew across the timeline. Jump pass for Baker on the fly. Baker goes to the bucket.
Get in there.
No further play. That's going to be a foul on New Haven.
No shot. Boy.
Foul on the floor.
Yes.
2 on Harding. 1 on New Haven here.
Harding.
Up top, Andrew Hedrick. Corrects a little traffic, puts it on the floor. Almost ran out of real estate, but still scored. Boy, Hedrick has ice water veins.
How the heck did he get that up?
I don't know.
Gosh.
Is that a timeout, New Haven? Miles Harris checks back into the Bulldog lineup. Now your timeout underwriters, Myers, Hockemeyer, McNagny, LLP, located across from the post office in Columbia City. Telephone 248-2224 and on the web at whitleylaw.com. And known for bowling celebrations, parties, and their famous fried fish. Thank you to Maine Bowl in Columbia City. Now only at Maine Bowl when the Eagles win at home. There's free bowling for students after the game with ID. Maine Bowl in Columbia City, 2 blocks south of Van Buren on Main Street. Also WJHS Sports, brought to you by the special occasions made at TNT Floral Shop. For weddings, anniversaries, birthday, and love and gifts, delivery and pickup available. More ideas can be seen on TNT Floral Shop's Facebook and Instagram page. Also, tonight's game is brought to you by the family of Sweetheimer Trash Removal and Roll-Off Services. Services include residential pickup, commercial roll-off containers, cleanup, and bulk items picked up too since 1986. Sweetheimer Trash Removal and Roll-Off Services. Thanks to the underwriters. Thanks everybody for listening tonight. 4:15 to go in the third. This has been a good one. Columbia City's largest lead was 7. They lead it by 6 right now. Here comes Harding. Harding runs the point. Off for Williams. Pulls up, 15-footer, off the mark. Now, and they get the easy put back. Holy smokes. Darian Brooks just flew over everybody and put in an easy bucket. 42-38. Andrew Hedrick back for the Eagles. Sends it off to Mills. Mills puts it on the floor. He's badgered. Nice job to get it away from harm's way. Alex Cedric a little strong on the baseline. Here we go. Here's New Haven back to Carr Williams. Floater, and he scores against the green. Carr Williams, a nice move there. He has 13 on the evening. Columbia City gets it in. They lead it by 2. Travel on Mills.
Oh, that wasn't a travel.
I thought he did. When he took off with it. So Wilson in.
I don't know.
Crawford. Maybe a little defensive substitution here. Now in a long 3. They don't take the lead as Wilson corrals the loose balls. The shot was by Harris. Andrew Hedrick kicks it to Mills, baseline corner. As he almost had Baker. Andrew Hedrick sends it off to Rhett Wilson. Wilson penetrate. Kicks it off. Baker a 3. Score!
Yeah, nice. Nice driving kick there by Rhett.
Yep. 45-40. Under 3 for the third quarter. Two teams locked in a 4-way tie atop the NE8 with 3-1 record. Harris throws it in the corner. Down low they go to Williams. He's got Baker on him. Williams, nice pass underneath. They miss it, but they get it back. No good again. Loose ball. That goes off of Hedrick. And Hedrick finally got it.
Go.
Columbia City a breakaway. Andrew Hedrick. Layup, score. Well, he had the Army chasing him there. Holy crow. And they throw a wild shot up to get the rebound, and it spins out. Williams had the putback, but it spun out. Wilson to the backcourt. Wilson on the hot seat under duress. Shakes and bakes. Can't get away from his man. Andrew Hedrick comes up, takes a forearm shiver. And now Wilson into the corner. Up top, here's Baker. Off the mark, back iron. Baker got the ball, but Carr Williams, they got to break away the other end. Look out. Brooks. And there's a foul on Andrew Hedrick. But the benefit there was he didn't make the shot.
Yeah.
Boy, Andrew went flying high, didn't he?
Andrew wasn't going to let him dunk it again.
Second foul on Andrew Hedrick, team's first here in the half.
Boy, I wish that Brooks would have tried to dunk that because I want to see what would have happened there.
You do?
I think Andrew would have blocked.
So, Brooks to the free throw line, short arms that, no good.
Their first free throws, right?
Yes. Hardy back into the lineup.
Number 5.
Martin King is the first we've seen of him, a 6'5" senior forward.
He's tall. Look at that.
Yeah. Free throw by Brooks. Got that one. 47-41. Columbia City with a minute 54 to go, third quarter. Mills gets it across. Mills, high left. Gets it to Andrew Hedrick up top. Andrew Hedrick. Couple jab steps. Almost lost his balance. Gives it off to Baker. Baker puts it on the floor. Back to Andrew outside the arc. He'll load it up. Short. And loose ball. Here they come. As this is
match.
That's Robertson. Throws it in the corner. A long one by Harris. Off the mark for 3.
The block out.
And the Eagles had that surrounded. Whoa, almost thrown away. And here comes Andrew Hedrick.
Hit it, Alex.
Alex out of the corner up top. Here's Andrew Hedrick. 1:10 to go in the third. 47-41 Columbia City. Andrew Hedrick kicks in the corner. There's Alex. Loads it up.
Yep.
Bingo!
That's his spot right there.
Yes, it is.
That's his spot.
50-41. Under a minute for the third. And I don't think teams see much of that on film because they only maybe once a game.
No, yeah.
And they miss a bucket. Loose ball, Columbia City, as the shot was out of control by Brooks. And here comes Columbia City, leading by 9. They'll hold for 1. 5 count on. Baker's going to have to move it as he's pestered heavily by King. Baker moves it. Andrew Hedrick with a bump on King. King's going to chase Baker. Andrew Hedrick up top. Now the defense, Harris. 5 count on.
Out of the way, ref. Jeez.
Andrew Hedrick, top near the center circle, down to 10. Eagles got to move it.
There we go.
Baker lost the handle back to Wilson
on,
in the
Rhett.
corner.
Got
That's partially deflected. And that's it.
Yep. Yep. Dang, Rhett.
Yeah, that got tipped, but
Yep.
we prevented them from getting a shot off. So
Yep.
Crawford returns 50-41. The end of 3 quarters. Don't forget, Late Eagles sectional action Tuesday night, 6 o'clock, airtime about 5:45. New Haven and the Lady Eagles. In the second game, Southside and Huntington down at North Arena. Then the boys in action Thursday evening down at the Castle against Norwell. That'll be a tough one. Coach McBride has them playing pretty well. And stats, Sean Bledsoe all over it. Jakar Williams 13. Jackson Turnwald 3. JoJo Robertson 3. Taylor Harding 5. Brooks 15 and Hardy 2. 8 New Haven turnovers. Columbia City side of the ledger, 12 for Mason Baker. Seth Mills 8. Crawford 6. Andrew Hedrick 16. Alex Hedrick 8. 6 Columbia City turnovers. Thank you, Sean. I don't think Coach Stevens is too happy with his troops. He's he hasn't been up that much. I think he's just sitting on the bench in frustration.
No, I mean, they've gotten some good looks. It's just I think that the looks that they're getting aren't guys that typically make those shots. I think so. It would seem that we've done a good job of
forcing them into something they don't necessarily want.
Our game plan has been really good.
Gar Williams underneath, and Crawford going to get a foul. That'll send his second, team second. Coach Schaus, I don't think, agreed with that.
Our scouting report has been correct, it would seem.
So this will send Jakar Williams to the charity stripe.
Good for sure.
Yep. Smooth touch for a big man. He scores, makes it 50-42. 12 seconds into the fourth. Williams another one. And that one's going to be short. Rebound Andrew Hedrick.
Gee.
Rare miss for Williams.
Yeah.
He usually makes them all. So Andrew Hedrick into the front court for Columbia City, an 8-point lead. Mills up top. Mills all the way in, a floater. Back iron, no good.
Get out of there, Jackson. Help him.
And here comes Jakar Williams into the paint. Look out. Offensive foul.
That was a good job by
His second.
Andrew.
Now Coach Stevens is up.
Now listen, you can be moving and still get a charge called.
If you're out of control.
Yeah, well, and the thing was, Andrew was with him the whole time, and he got the elbow right into the center of his chest. I mean, it's a really good job by Andrew.
Player control foul. Coach Stevens still red hot. And here's Seth Mills to Baker. Andrew Hedrick across the timeline now. Crawford 3-on-2 to the bucket. They send it off to Wilson. He's going to hold it out.
That's good. It's good. I like it.
Wilson right down central. Pass for Crawford, and that's stolen. Jakar Williams tried to thread the needle there. Williams pulls up to the elbow. Back iron, no good.
Whoa.
Rebound Mills. Whoa, look out. They almost lost it. Wilson out of the scramble. They have him hog-tied. Now they get it off, and timeout Coach Schaus as he wants to get things dialed in.
30-second timeout.
So a minute 5 gone here in the fourth, 50-42, and a quick 30 by Coach Schaus as he wants to get him dialed in. What's he telling him here, Matt?
Well, he's probably telling him just to calm down and relax and just run the offense. That a couple times here we've kind of forced it. I mean, now Rhett had a great look right there, great idea. there's just too much going on there because our spacing wasn't very good off of that drive. You know, if Andrew gets down here to the corner, when he makes that drive, that pass is going to be there, and Andrew's guy is not going to be there to steal the ball because Rhett got around and Jackson's guy had to come help. He would have had an easy layup, but our spacing was so poor that it's really easy defensive play for them to grab that pass.
All right, so Columbia City's ball at midcourt. They lead it by 8, 50-42. And Andrew Hedrick in the backcourt with it. And they put Robertson back in to hassle him defensively. Andrew Hedrick on the block. He traveled, didn't he?
Oh, my.
Andrew.
Oh, my.
I thought he traveled.
I couldn't see his feet.
Wow. Well, good move nonetheless. Columbia City up 10.
Oh, Rat.
Whoa, Crawford and Williams having a little.
Oh, Rhett just shoved.
15 white, Wilson. Second. First. Hedrick back in.
Yeah, that was Rhett.
And they give it to Rhett.
Rhett just full-on two-hand shoved Hardy.
They wipe up some perspiration. Get time for some of those guys to cool their jet a little.
Yeah.
Minute and a half gone, fourth quarter. 52-42. Williams to throw it in. New Haven in the corner with Brooks, who leads them in scoring tonight. Here's a long one up top. Three-point goal is good by Harding.
Well, again, we obviously don't feel like we want to.
Now Crawford and Williams are having problems again.
I missed it.
I missed it too. I was looking back there.
Double foul.
Get Crawford off the floor for a little bit. Let him simmer down.
That's Jackson's third.
Jackson's third.
Yep. Jackson's going to have a seat for a while.
I know Williams is not happy either.
Well, I missed it. I thought they were screaming because they wanted a travel, so I didn't even see what was going on down here.
Well, he was going to pull him, but now he's going to leave him in. It's his third. 6:14 to go. This one starts to heat up a little bit. There's a foul. JoJo Robertson on the foul. His second, team's fourth. Both teams four apiece. We get it in the backcourt with 6:10 to go in the ball game, leading by 7, 52-45.
Oh, that's a carry, Andrew.
Turnover.
Andrew.
8 turnovers in Columbia City. So here comes New Haven, trailing by 7. 2 minutes gone, fourth quarter. Brooks to Williams. Back to Brooks. Brooks outside the arc, dancing around, spins into the paint, forces it up.
I mean, that's
didn't get the roll, but they get it back. Score. James Hardy. We get it in. Andrew Hedrick, double teamed. On the hot seat, gets it up the middle. We got a could have a breakaway. And then we throw it away. Oh, my.
Come on.
Turnover Eagles.
5-0 run by them. 2 straight turnovers by us. Got to take care of the ball.
Harding. 5.5 to go. Look out. Down to Williams. Backs in. Got the roll. Williams. Nice move there. They're down by 3. Now Rhett Wilson into the front court. Wilson picked his dribble up. He's in trouble now. Get the Andrew Hedrick. Floater. Score!
Andrew.
That gets us off the schneid to break the 8-0 New Haven run.
Yep.
54-49. Columbia City by 5. Here's Williams again. No check that. It's Brooks. Off the mark. Rebound Wilson.
Yep. Going to get Harding. Harding there.
Harding the foul.
Yep.
Team foul 5. That's 3 on Harding.
Yep. Yeah, you got to come down and get another bucket here and just continue to play. I mean, they're
And not turn it over.
Yep.
We've had a couple of bad ones here.
Go.
Look out, he's coming from behind. Andrew Hedrick into the front court. Gets it off to Baker. Baker shoves it off Alex Hedrick. He's going to load her up.
Yeah.
Scores! Alex
Yeah,
Hedrick.
Alex.
Alex, the deep three.
Big shot there. Let's go.
5-0 run for Columbia City after the 8-0 New Haven run.
All right, another stop. Oh, Rat, get back.
Oh, nice pass. They put it up. Score! Nice look and nice finish. And the ball gets loose. 57-51, 4:24 to go. Quite a Donnybrook, that's for sure. Now what? Check for blood on Andrew. Make him tuck his shirt in, or
Are you kidding me? What? Come on.
well,
Come on. He's just trying to slow us down.
yeah, I think that bench possibly.
Oh, yeah.
Now they get it off to Baker. Now to Andrew Hedrick. Gonna have to move it. Andrew gets it into the front court. 4:12 to go. Andrew in trouble. Gets it off to Rhett Wilson. Rhett has Jakar Williams on him. Rhett all the way into the middle. Nice pass to Baker. Reverse layup. Score!
Nice.
Baker.
Great job by Rhett. Good cut by Mason.
Wilson assist. 59-51 Eagles under 4 for the ball game.
Oh, boy.
A little bit
Oh,
of
boy.
wrestling down there.
Oh, boy.
Oh, look out. Brooks, 3. No good. Rebound Baker.
Nice shot, Mason.
Gets it off to Andrew Hedrick. Sends it off to Wilson into the front court.
Oh.
Andrew Hedrick back up to Wilson. And now they got a double team. Look out.
He got a foul. Oh.
Timeout.
Okay.
It's a full timeout.
Full timeout.
That's,
That's better
Take
than
it.
the alternative.
take it.
So timeout Eagles. Your underwriter on the timeouts. Myers Hockenmeyer McNagny LLP, located across from the post office in Columbia City. Telephone 248-2224 and on the web at whitleylaw.com. Also Culligan Water tonight. For home or businesses, Culligan Water offers sales and rentals of water softeners, water coolers, water testing, and bottled water delivery. Culligan Water online at CulliganColumbiaCity.com. Been a good one.
I can see why New Haven could beat Leo.
Yeah.
Jakar Williams against, I don't know what that guy's name is. there.
Bontrager.
But the big guy.
Bontrager.
That's Bontrager? I
Yeah.
thought his name was Armstrong for some reason.
Well,
Regardless, I could see why they would play well against them because Jakar would be able to hold his own down,
right.
underneath, and they're. I mean, Brooks is good. He just
Right.
he can get the ball in the hoop,
Yes, he can.
and he doesn't. He gets offensive rebound. He crashes the boards. He does a great job. Two timeouts left. Here we go. They've got 4.
3:35 to go. Baker to put it in. Gets it into Andrew Hedrick. Watched closely by Harding. Baker up top. 3:28. Baker makes the move. Comes back up top with it. Baker gets to Andrew Hedrick in tight quarters. Columbia City by 8. Andrew Hedrick curls his way into the bucket. Scores.
It's
How on earth
just.
does he get through there?
I mean, he just makes it look so easy. It's unreal.
61-51. The 10-point lead is restored that we once had.
Oh,
Look
boy.
out.
Yep.
No,
Oh.
long, but they get the ball. Loose board
Hand
up top.
short.
That's short. Andrew Hedrick, the rebound, gets it knocked away. Nice job by Rhett Wilson.
Get rid of it.
Rhett gets knocked off the play. They save it back to Rhett Wilson.
Go,
Red
go,
gives it to
Andrew.
Andrew
Go,
Hedrick.
Andrew.
Holy smokes, this is frenetic. Backdoor, Baker.
Yeah, Mace. There we go. Let's go.
12-point lead, Columbia City. 2:35 to go.
It's going up.
Yep, Jakar Williams all the way in. Score, basket counts, Columbia
it,
City
Mace.
foul.
Williams, Eagle foul.
Let
Jakar
him-
Williams.
Just let him shoot.
Baker's first.
Mason Baker with a foul. One shot. Jakar Williams into the Bulldog lineup. Number 12, Jeremiah Cottrell. And number 15,
Cottrell.
Matthias Garcia.
And Matthias Garcia, we haven't seen him. Well,
He's the kid that played JV.
JB.
He's a talker. He was the one in the middle of all the scuffles with JB.
So Jakar Williams for a three-point play the old-fashioned way. Short arm that, loose ball, Andrew Hedrick.
Go, Andrew.
And Andrew all the way to the bucket.
Oh,
no, put back Baker knows. He got shot. Oh, look out. We left him man.
That's
Slam
a
dunk.
That's a travel.
So 65-55. That score's not right, is it?
Should be.
Is it?
It should be.
And Seth Mills.
Look down.
There, we got him. Score, Baker.
Now we should be back up 10. Yeah, should be 6. There we go.
Finally, we found Baker. He's been loose down there a couple times.
It's because they're trapping hard.
Yep. And he short arm it.
Oh, geez.
Alex took
Nice
the brunt
job,
of that.
Alex.
Got the ball.
Go.
He's going to run into the front court with a
There
minute
you go.
45. 10-point
job,
Columbia
Alex.
City lead. Andrew Hedrick up top. Foul given up.
Brooks that time.
Brooks. His second, team sixth. Baker will take the ball out right over beside the Columbia City bench. And to get it into Wilson. Wilson tied up, gets it back to Baker in tight quarters.
Oh, right.
Baker with a minute 35, drifts to the right side. Further down the right wing. Back up top, Andrew Hedrick. 5-second call.
Whoa. Oh, wow. That was. I don't know about that one.
Huh. Thought he made a move. 10 turnovers for Columbia City. Minute 26, that gives the Boo Birds out here in the Eagle Gym. Jakar Williams, short off the glass, loose ball. Williams has it back. Layup, score. He wanted an and one, but he didn't get it.
He did.
They let a lot go. 65-57. Here's Rhett Wilson bobbling it. Kick it back out.
Nice job.
Andrew Hedrick.
Oh, ouch. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Jakar maybe on that one, or 12?
Yep.
Nope, they got Jakar. It's his fourth.
His fourth.
Yep. Kind of knock him in, Andrew.
20 points on the night for Jakar Williams, 16 for Darian Brooks. 22 for Andrew Hedrick, 10 for Alec Hedrick, and Baker with 18, I think I see up there.
Yep.
Mills with 8.
Yep.
So Andrew Hedrick to the charity stripe, trying to salt this one away. That rims out, no good.
I say it's far from over.
And Jakar Williams, 1 minute to go. Pulls up for three. Short arm that. They get the loose ball. Look out. They score. Timeout, New Haven.
Tyler Hardy, timeout. Bulldogs.
Far from over. Got to make free throws, guys.
65-59. Wow. And we were up 10. We're only up 6 right now. So you said far from over. Miles Harris going to check in.
And, you know, all they're going to be doing is going for steal here. So, you know, we move the ball well enough, we should be able to find another layup. But you got to take care of it.
Move to the center of the floor.
Yep.
Get away from the sidelines. And so 53 seconds. Bill's not out of the woods yet. Been a good one. Largest lead for Columbia City was 10.
13.
Was it 13?
I don't.
I don't know their largest lead. I don't remember, but
Maybe it wasn't 13. For some reason I thought we were up 13 at one point, but maybe not.
no, I have to do some checking on that. But you remember what our largest lead was? Was it 10 or 13? 12 or 13, you think? We'll side with Sean. He's a little more alert than. All right, here we go. Columbia City runs to the floor, and a kick. It took a couple seconds off the clock. Mills tried to go back to Baker. They took Williams out.
Oh, he's got 4.
They're going to use him on the offensive side of things. Mills in the corner. Gets it off to Baker. Oh, nice job to Alex Hedrick. Back up top, Andrew, and they foul Andrew.
Yep. Matthias.
Garcia, the foul. His first, team's 8th. Williams.
Number 10, JoJo Robertson.
JoJo Robertson back on.
Three-pointer.
Three-pointer candidates there. So Andrew Hedrick back to the free throw line. This one he got.
There you go,
All right,
Andrew.
and he's got one more. That makes it 56-59. In essence, now it's a 3-possession game.
What's happening?
Oh, on the bench.
Andrew.
Missed that one. Loose ball, and Andrew gets on it.
Timeout. Oh.
Travel. Coach Schausen not happy with that call.
He was calling timeout.
He said he rolled over.
That's saying that he had control of that is pretty. Wow.
Coach Schausen grumbling.
That Matthias can make a 3, so they got to be careful with him.
38 seconds. Yeah,
It's going up.
Turnwald.
It's going up.
Well,
No
that's way
way.
off the mark. Wide left, rebound
Nice
Andrew
job,
Hedrick.
Andrew.
And he gets swatted, no further play.
Yeah, you had Mason running down here.
But Turnwald, I don't know if he's on the bench.
Oh,
there he
there
is.
Finally.
Huh. He been in it all?
I think he came
Early
in
in
a
the-
little bit, but
That's surprising because he can shoot. Second.
he didn't
foul.
start the second. Oh yeah, they went with starters. Start the second half, I think.
Boy, Turnwald not been in the game very much. Probably one of their best three-point shooters.
Yeah.
Andrew Hedrick hits this free throw.
Have to give Andrew a hard time making free throws here.
67-59, 30 seconds to go.
Again, still a lot of time.
Yeah.
A team that can hit the 3.
And Andrew rims out. Holy crow. As he's 2 of his last 5. They fake the 3, drive, kick it back out. Here's the 3. Short. Jakar Williams scores.
Jeez, on Pete. I mean, that was good hands there.
Yep.
Yep. That's hurting.
67-61.
Andrew needs to knock both of these down. Let's just get out of here.
Been a heck of a ball game.
Yes, it
Four fouls on Harding. Team's 10th, double bonus. Both teams ought to be wore out. Physical battle. Andrew Hedrick hits that one. And he'll have another.
One more should do it. That probably did it, but
Yep. Got it. 70-61, or no, 69-61. That one's going up. Back iron, no
let
good.
it go, let it go, let it go.
And that one's going to be off the mark. 7 seconds, they save it. Jakar Williams puts it up. Off the mark. Rebound, Andrew Hedrick.
with it. Oh, come on. Hey, how about it? Big win.
Yep.
That's a big win tonight.
5 fouls. Harding fouls out. I don't know who New Haven lost to. Well, it had to be. They may have lost to Norwell.
They had to win.
Here comes Rodney Jones in,
Rodney Jones.
sophomore.
2 shots.
Andrew Hedrick back to the charity stripe.
They lost to Norwell by 2
Oh my.
at Norwell.
Andrew hits the free throw. Yes, indeed. What a game out there.
Yeah.
Rodney Bill's checking in. My classmate. Yeah, Andrew short-armed that, but that's it. You can call out the guards. You can turn out the lights. This one belongs to the maroon and gold. 70-61. What a game. A couple of hard-working efforts by both squads. So the teams exchange pleasantries.
That's a big one without.
That's a big one.
Without Spellman too. I mean.
Yeah.
I mean, Spellman, all he does is stretch the floor out even more. I mean.
Yeah.
Woo. Big one.
Huge win. 13-4 on the season for the Columbia City Eagles. 4-1 in the conference. What a gritty effort tonight. New Haven will drop to 7-7 they started with? Were they 7-7, New Haven coming in? It should be 7-8 now, and
yes,
3-2 in the conference. All right, New Haven looks like this. Jakar Williams, 22 on the evening. Turnwall, 3. Harding, or wait a minute, Robertson, 3. Harding, 10. Brooks, 19, and 4 for Harding. 9 New Haven turnovers on the night. Columbia City's Mason Baker has 18 on our side of the ledger. Mills with 8. Crawford, 6. Andrew Hedrick, 27. And 11 for Alec Hedrick. And 11 Columbia City turnovers. So,
shoot, Andrew had 27 points, and I think he missed 4 or 5 free throws.
yeah,
I mean,
he could have been up around.
He had 30.
Yeah,
Could have easily had 30.
absolutely. Well, Coach House will be out tonight. The home crowd goes home happy.
Yeah.
And now we get the next test at Norwell Thursday night.
Well, maybe.
Well, yeah.
We get that snowstorm. I don't think there's going to be any game Thursday.
Possible sectional week snowstorm on the girls' side of things here. You see that during boys' sectional week, that first week of March. But sectional week, shenanigans possible with snow.
Yes, I mean, we came out, and we did have more turnovers in the second half, but we weathered those turnovers, really. We had that stretch where we had about 2 or 3 turnovers in a row there, and after Mills threw that one out of bounds.
Yeah.
We kind of got it back together, and then really I kind of feel like we took the game back over when Jackson and Jakar got the double foul.
Yeah.
Basically, after that, we kind of, for the most part, took control, played good defense, and made the right play. So
that's a key point. I think you're right. After that, we did kind of take things over.
And Alex Hedrick hit, 3 big threes, really.
Yeah. And again, I don't think that shows up much on the scouting report necessarily.
Right.
There is Alex out in the stands talking to his grandpa down there.
Yep.
What a win this one was.
Big one. Real big one.
13-4, and to think that we had some chances, especially in the Northwood and Belmont game.
Yeah.
We
and
really
in the Warsaw game.
Yeah,
we just kind of ran out of gas in the Warsaw game, but
the other two,
yeah,
despite our shooting woes, we still were in a position to pull it out. So this, 13-4 is pretty daggone good.
13-4 that could easily be 15. Could easily be 15-2.
Yep. And
so,
I don't think a lot of people expected a lot out of us necessarily as far as the pundits, but we're proving them wrong and get Spellman back in the lineup, and maybe like you said, he adds a whole other dynamic. That spreads things out more.
Yeah, he's he's just a difficult matchup for really anybody. Any team we've played, he's a difficult matchup. So, getting him back will be definitely a plus. I would assume that he'll be able to play Thursday if there's a game, which again would be huge.
Yep.
Going into that, which I'm assuming at that point we're going to be probably tied with them and Leo for the let's see, played.
Well, they have Coach House already.
So Norwell played East Noble. So I knowing, you would probably assume that that's probably going to be a win for Norwell.
Yep. Get that shut off here and don't get all that noise. Wrong button. Gotta watch the board here. This thing's just all over the place. So, all right, Coach Schaus, welcome to the broadcast. That was a gritty performance by your bunch tonight, and pulled a good win out of the fire over a good New Haven team.
Yeah, definitely. And I think, a game like this and their style of play, it's about making plays, making the right play, because, we're not going to be able to get to our offense. We're not going to be able to run sets. Defensively, we're, having to guard number one who's just physically, bigger than anybody on the court, and it takes a couple guys to even defend them. But, we found ways to make plays. We found ways to get layup there towards the end, which, get a middle touch, get a layup, and especially when they start pressing and trapping, things like that. But yeah, just proud of the way that we, made some plays and took care of business on our home court.
And the officials, I think, decided they were going to let him play tonight. It was kind of a rough, rugged ball game to start, and I think we adjusted well as it went. And it was just a rough night. You were going to have to absorb, take some contact to make a play.
Yeah, definitely. And you could tell early on, I think Jackson went in a couple of times and may have got fouled, may have not, whatever. But we have to adjust to it. And I'm not one to complain a lot about officials or anything like that. You just have to adjust to how they're calling it that night. And I think our guys did a good job. I thought Andrew, avoided contact a lot, especially in the second half, or went through contact and made a play. We just had guys step up. And I told the guys before the game, the key to this game is rebound and 50-50. We do that, we take care of those, good things are going to happen. And, I think, you see there's a lot of offense rebound scorers, not maybe a lot for them, but I thought tonight was one of our better rebounding performances. And we're not the biggest, and we got guys who just battle and find ways to come up with those.
Yeah, and I don't think we have rebounding totals. I know we don't, but we may have won the battle on the boards, but we'll have to take a look when you get stats around.
Yeah, I'll do that. And especially with the way we play defense tonight, forcing them to take a lot of long, sometimes uncontested outside shots that a lot of times mean there's going to be some long rebounds. I think we found a way to, kind of get some of those. I thought Andrew did a great job. And, a play that sticks out in my mind is, they kind of go on a little run. And then Rhett Wilson comes up with a two-hand rebound in the middle of the lane. And, again, those are just winning plays and, kind of why we were able to come out on top.
Rhett was kind of all over the place. And then, again, he doesn't get in the scoring column tonight. But he caused a lot of havoc out there in a lot of ways, to help, get us a couple of steals, a knock away, whatever here, spring a fast break or two.
Yeah, and again, like I've said, all year he has been
Mr. Defense.
Mr. Defense, just a guy, a team basketball player, knows his role perfectly, doesn't try to do too much, but anytime he's on the floor, he makes our team better. And again, doesn't show up in the stats or the scoring column, but anytime he's on the court, he makes our team better. So I'm really proud of him.
One thing Matt discovered kind of after the double foul there, it seemed as though we really locked down and took control of things, and that's kind of the way to handle that, not get caught up with anything else but taking it to the house and let's get it done.
Yeah, and again, that could have been a momentum changer, and I think they even might have gone on maybe a little, 4-5-0 run there. But
it was a 5-0.
Yeah, 5-0 run, and with five guards on the court, one, that's good for ball handling and taking care of the basketball, and but that put us in a spot where we had to have guys rebound. Like I said, I think that's when Rhett came up with the big one, and Andrew obviously rebounded well. Mason rebounded well. We had guys just step up. It was good.
And I think our turnover total was pretty good tonight. I think we were 11, weren't we? 13.
Still, our goal always is 10 or lower.
Yep.
But a team like this, especially when there's more possessions, when they're pressing the entire game, 13, that's a pretty decent number.
Yeah. I was surprised at the way this started out. It kind of started out real slow. We had 6-4 there for a while and just kind of crept along. Then all of a sudden, things just kind of erupted. This turned into quite an offensive display by both teams.
Yeah, I was sitting next to my dad and Dan, obviously, and I said, there's 2.5 minutes on the clock. I said, this could be a long 2.5 minutes right here. It didn't end up being too long, but again, we made plays, made some free throws. Wish we'd make some more, but we got stopped on that end, and that's what we needed to do.
Well, we've got a little bit of time off here before a trip to the castle to play Norwell. Never a picnic down there. So that might be another physical battle. Typically is with Norwell. What are you seeing there?
Yeah, they're solid. They got everybody back, and I think they're all just juniors, right? So they're going to have the same team. I think they all played as freshmen, and solid team. They've obviously, they were in a winter tournament over Christmas break, and they beat some good teams, some teams from Indianapolis, and obviously they're at the top of our conference, tied with us and Leo. But again, we just take it one game at a time, do our job. Hopefully go down there to the castle and get a win.
Yeah, and enjoy this one for a little bit.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
This was real Donnybrook. I love this one. This was great.
Yep.
But, well, Coach, congratulations on the win, and we'll look forward to talking to you Thursday, provided there's no snowstorm.
Yeah,
but,
I think it'll be delayed. The game, it seems like it's always, last year it was. I know Coach Everly told me in the past it's been delayed. So
yeah, girls sectional
Thursday.
time.
Yeah, big game for the girls. So.
All right, Matt, thanks a lot. So Matt Schau's very pleased with the effort tonight. How could you not be with, just a maximum effort all the way around for the Columbia City Eagles and New Haven, really. It's just like Coach said, we made plays down the stretch we had to make and shut it down. So, very happy Coach Schaus, and rightly so.
Yep.
Because he was pleased with a lot of stuff. So, really, when you pull a game for first place out against a team like New Haven, you're not going to find too much wrong with
And
it.
you basically just have these games moving the rest of your conference schedule.
Yeah.
It's a game for first.
Yep.
We're going to play Norwell. It's going to be a game for first. If we win that one, when we play Leo, it's going to be a game for first.
And you couldn't ask for anything else. And, he's definitely – and he said we controlled our own destiny last week after what the Cow said. So the Eagles were able to control that for tonight, and pretty good deal. So, well, I guess our next time up is about 5:45 Tuesday evening. Lady Eagles and New Haven at North Arena in Huntington. Game 1 of the Class 4A sectional number 6. And it was a 65-14 win for Columbia City last night. And I know Coach Sears was very pleased with that. And she's got her players turning the attention to the postseason. They've been working on some things, I'm sure, this morning. So good luck to the Lady Eagles. And their sectional start up on Tuesday night. So, thank our underwriters one last time tonight. ProFed Credit Union, Morris's Builders Mart, Bart's Car Store, Flowtech Plumbing and Heating, and Culligan Water, Myers, Hockmeyer, McNagny, LLP, and Main Bowl, T&T Floral Shop, Sweetheimer Trash Removal, and Roll-Off Services. Our thanks to Courtney back at the station and Sean Bledsoe for spotting and keeping us up to date on stats, and everybody else that had something to do with this broadcast. We thank you all. So that's going to do it. Columbia City High School on this Saturday night. My broadcast partner, Matt Curry, Mr. Thompson, saying so long. Telling you the final score is 70-61, and it favored the Columbia City Eagles. Thanks for listening. Good night, everyone.